Hey, hi. Oh gosh, what's this? Why is there stream alerts? Why is Stream Elements working right now, but it didn't work previously? I don't understand why it sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. Well, long time no see, first time here for this game. I will probably not understand the thing, but I'm just happy to be here, Moostars. Thank you, Omni. Don't worry, don't worry. It's okay. I can recap it for you. I prepared something before this game, but I'm gonna wait a second. I'm gonna ignore the yap timer, and instead of yapping right now, I'm gonna take a moment to yap, probably in the middle of the stream. You'll understand when we get to it. Fart nuggets. I forgot to open my chat, so I had to stand up and get my laptop, but I hit my leg against furniture, and it hurt. Give me a second, guys. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. I spent too much time preparing the thing and now I do not have stuff ready. I'm being very unprofessional right now, it's fine. Go on, open. Why are you not loading? Your computer really do seem coding when it decides to work properly or not. Yeah, I mean, that's not my computer even. Stream Elements is like its own entirely different beast. I don't think that's even a computer issue. It's just kind of weird. It's based on whether it just feels like working or not. Alright, come on, load. Why is my internet slow? My internet should not be slow. Sometimes I just want to kick my computer and throw it on the ground. Come on, buddy. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can load. You can load. You can do it. I believe in you. Maybe it's because I have freaking anime. let me close the animes I was watching. Maybe that will help. It's fine. Alright, here we go. Well, I said no yapping, and yet I'm still spending like 5 minutes on this. It's tragic. Whatever, it's working now. Here we go. There, sorry about that. A legal anime site? No, yeah, totally, definitely a very legal anime site. I would never watch anime on a website other than, you know, the legal distributor. I would never. I'd totally pay for 20 million subscriptions every month. Here we go. So, this game, to give you a summary, Omni, since you don't know this game, it's basically a horror game, but all the characters are dramatic and kinda annoying. One character is very annoying, probably involved in crime. There's a ghost. The ghost sent a chain letter. People saw the chain letter, now the ghosts haunt them and try to kill them, and there's quick times and choices that you can use to make people die. You switch through different perspectives. I'm pretty far in the game. I'm currently in the second to last perspective. So far I've done a decent job. So far I've only gotten one person killed. Rebecca, I don't know. Rebecca, you know, she tried to fly without an elytra on, if you understand what I am saying. She didn't do so good. So now last time all my characters got traumatized. All the characters got traumatized because she made like a phone call being like, I'm so grateful you were in my life, to the character we're currently playing as, and then, you know, died, so that's not great. Right now we're playing as Ashton Frey, a weird e-boy, kinda annoying motherfucker, but he's also a detective, and he's currently like trying to sneak around the mansion where all of this ghost stuff is based. So that's what's gonna be happening today. We're gonna be looking around a haunted mansion, the owner of which is not a nice guy. We're probably gonna get jump scared a lot, yes. I didn't even know this game, but it feels like a music game. I know if that makes sense. No, it is. It is. You will understand even more. when she obliged me to play this. It's great. This game is great. It's so stupid, but in a good way. Like, this game is mediocre soap opera you just cannot stop watching, but like as a video game, it's so good. Alright, so what happened? Like I said, we were trying to infiltrate the mansion, but to be precise, the way we were doing that is we walked through the forest and we fell through a hole and we ended up in the weird dungeon that's beneath the mansion. And there we discovered that someone was in the cell. I mean, the ghost is also here. That's also not good. But we also discovered that someone was stuck in a cell here for a couple of days, which was Marianne, one of the other characters we played as. Let me show you. Here. This is Marianne. Marianne was stuck here for like 4 days with no food and water, so she's going a bit cuckoo. Now we're playing as Ashton. There was a broken mirror on the floor. The mirror was being possessed by the ghost and spouted a bunch of insecurities at him, like, your friends don't trust you, you failed them by not believing the ghost exists for too long. You have to, they rely on you, but you cannot do anything for them, blah blah blah. But luckily Marianne is here and she made us snap out of it, so right now we're gonna go upstairs. That's where we were. This is what you're telling me and how you put it. No, I think you're right. Color me interested. Art style is really nice from what I've seen in the main menu and the characters. The art style is kind of a mixed bag, not gonna lie. Like all the different things have like a different art style. I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I actually don't like the art style. I feel like the art style is actually one of the things I like least about this game. The ghost is very good. I like the art style for the ghost. I'm actually not sure if I like the art style for the other characters, not gonna lie. It's very... you'll see. A fear. One that has long been kept in the darkest place in my heart. One that a small part of me wishes for. Yeah, we're going up to the kitchen. The trapdoor swings open without much of a fuzz. It isn't even locked, it's probably left open for when Bright asks for some midnight snack. Bright is the owner of this house. Technically there's two Wrights. There's Hannah Wright, the wife, and Luke Wright, the husband, who is a piece of shit. I'm assuming this is where they're referring to Luke. I make sure the coast is clear, of course, before I pull myself and help Macaulay. This is Marianne, aka the lady who was stuck down there. The butler of theirs is nowhere to be seen here. There's also a butler who has the most fake German accent ever. I kinda love him. The butler is very funny, I like him. He's probably sleeping, so is his master doing some extra late night work before turning in for the night. Meanwhile, Wright won't touch anything to do menial chores. Not even with a 10-foot pole. It's next to impossible for him to linger here. No servants, no anyone. And just as easy as that, we're in. I gently close the hatch. If things go well, the same path will be our way out. If our luck doesn't hold, that's not an option now, is it? I have people waiting for me. I really don't want to think what might happen. Sometimes it's best if we simply revel in the little victories. Oh yeah, our friends also told us we have 3 hours, and if we don't make it back in 3 hours, they're gonna come looking for us. Most important question is, which character are you simping for? We are all simping for Zachary. We are all simping for Zachary. Zachary is literally the only base character in this game. Like, listen, you don't understand. Ashton is an e-boy, his ringtone is cringe, his humor is cringe. He's not bad, he's just cringe. Rebecca is kinda mean, not a good friend, and also she's dead. Marianne is a lesbian with massive Yuri art on her wall, and she's like repressing it or some shit. I kinda liked her for that, but then she was kind of like, she's very, how do I put this? She's very compact. She's very compulsory hetero. She's, I don't know, she's just kinda, I don't like the way she interacts with Luke. Like, they're weird. They're just weird. That's some deep lore right here. Yeah, lesbianism, very deep. Hannah is herself okay, but she puts up with way too much shit that Luke does. She needs to just divorce him already. Isabella is fine. Isabella is very standard main character, I feel like. So she is okay. Zachary is literally the only base character in this game. You do not understand. Zachary is the goat. Like, Isabella found the letter first, and nobody believed her, except for Zachary. Was like, okay, I don't believe in ghosts, but I'll hear you out. Like, literally everybody in this game is deranged and makes terrible decisions, except for Zachary. Zachary's just based. So yeah, I wouldn't even call it simping. I just think Zachary is the goat. It's just that. And it gives me Kukushka vibes. No, I cannot show you his picture. Luke is the one who should give you Kukushka vibes. He is fucking terrible. He is a white billionaire. He cheats on his wife. He flirts with every woman he comes across in like a very creepy way. He made a joke about selling his niece. He said the N-word to Zachary. He treats minimum wage workers terrible. What else? I'm sure there's more I'm forgetting. Alright, he does shady business practices. He said there's like a rumor going around about him impregnating some other woman. Oh yeah, he's an alcoholic. Like he's literally the worst. He's like every fucking billionaire ever. He is terrible. PTSD, oh no. Bro's ready to play Pokemon Snap with that camera. I mean, it seems to deter the ghost. There was a quick time sequence where you had to like scare the ghost away with his camera, so he is actually his camera is actually one of the most useful weapons against the ghost we found so far, even though nobody is talking about it. Gotcha, in fact I prefer you speak about the characters you like than Sim. I try to get the language up to Sumer standards to blend in. No, it's okay. Gotcha, thanks for the explanation. No worries. I really don't know what to think about might happen. Sometimes it's best if we simply revel in the little victories. They're great blessings when everything else is going against you. And in a place like this, fraught with unknown dangers, it's a feeling that lasts only but a second. Suddenly a sob. Okay, that's definitely the ghost. Ringing out from some distant part of the house, echoed Serene's empty halls. Beside me, slumped on the ground, pale and breathing heavily, Macaulay instantly tenses. Eyes goes wide, and she carefully decides off the counter with a force that might be enough to crack it, if only she has the strength. As it is, she can barely stand, she hasn't fully recovered, makes sense, after 3 or more days without proper food or water. As it's this weakness that puts the fear in her eyes. She is aware. If something happens, if there's a need to run, she won't be able to. She's a liability at this point.
Holmes. I really don't think going any further is a good idea.
Yeah, so this is the main or self the game. It's a very mobile game, which I'm kind of like about.
Look at this place. Everything seems fine. Nothing's off. Maybe we should just go? I really don't like the sound of that.
I mean, you're free to go. He's not forcing you to come along.
You really don't have to come with me. Just until the kitchen, yeah? We're already here. You've done your part. From here on, I'm going on my own.
Yes, I said that, but...
Can you even stand?
She doesn't answer.
You'll only be putting yourself in more danger if you follow after me.
Yeah, never mind. We do not like. I much prefer the art in the menu. I agree. It's so much better. Like, I think Ashton looks like, how do I put this? Ashton looks like a reasonably well-dressed character in the side profile, but when you see him like in this art style from other players' perspective, he looks so stupid. He looks like and to steal the words of one of my viewers, my few chatters, used in another one of these streams. He looks like an e-boy pimp in the freaking main art style. It's so stupid.
You have an easy way out of here. Stay here. Once you're okay, I need you to get yourself out of this place.
What? I'm not going to leave you!
Well, I'm not taking you with me either, lady. So it's here or out there.
You really are mad, aren't you?
It's a shame they put money in animation instead of art. I am on team. I prefer still image with better art than worse art with animated. Oh, I 100% agree. I care a lot about art style in games, but this one just kind of misses on that front. Because are you going to prevent Reynolds from getting folded like paper? Also, hi. Oh my god, sorry. Saravir, it took me a second to register, like, what on earth are you talking about? Hi, Saravir. I'm sorry, it took me a second. I will try my best. I will try my best. But yeah, hi.
Probably all will be, if no one fixes this little curse problem we have.
For people that are confused, Saravir is coming in here talking about a D&D campaign we are setting up. That's why.
You think you'll find something in here? This is just a mansion, for God's sake!
Maybe it's worth a shot. Besides, if what we're hearing right now says anything, I'd say scumbags.
It is a confusing sentence to be back with. No, but I got it. It just took me a second.
Who?
Right. He might be knee-deep in trouble and he has no idea about it.
Who else would be scumbag, McCullough? Who else? You know he's a scumbag. Don't even lie about it. McCullough still appears as if she's about to argue, so instead of more words, I unholster my taser and hand it to her. A standard issue for every member of Luxburn Police, but it shouldn't take a genius to know how to aim and fire one. Even Isabella may just be able to use it without training. Yet Miss Interior Designer Extraordinaire stares at it as if I've just handed her something particularly nasty.
Listen, you want to wait? Fine. I'm leaving this with you. But if I don't come back here within 15 minutes, I want you to backtrack and get the hell out of here.
Also, Omnitron, what you were saying about the art style, it really is such a shame because they have like promotional material for this game, which is like looks like classic like 2D anime art, and it looks so much better. Like, why did they not just go for that kind of art style for the main game? Why did they switch it to this mobile game as? I don't understand.
Are you daft, Holmes? I already told you!
In case something goes wrong, I need someone who...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They totally could have done it. They could have. They just, I don't fucking know.
Who can tell people what's going on. Who can tell my friends what might have happened here. They're at the crawl. You know the place, right?
I trail off, letting the meaning of my words hang in the air. I want to be optimistic about this, really. However, I'm going against something almost everyone can't quite understand. I'm just being realistic with my chances. McCullough seems to understand this as well after what I've said. Any sign of protest has already died from her tongue, and she simply looks at the taser quietly. After a moment, she just nods. Beyond the walls of this room, the cries continue to grow louder, and I take it as a sign to leave. Without another word, I slip out the door. Like a siren call, her voice beckons. Finding out who that is seems a good place to start as any. Don't go towards the ghost! Don't go towards the ghost! You're just... question. If it's moddable and available, I would have changed that in a heartbeat. I wish. I keep to the shadows for the most part. Not that there's any need to, this entire place just feels empty. Odd, when a house this big should have a large staff. You'd think there will be one or two roaming about for some late night chores or someone seeking out whoever's created these ruggeds. There's none, however.
Should they have security posted inside as well?
Unless their security means the butler, though I doubt Scumbag's that sloppy. He loves his life more than anything. Probably more than his own wife. He does. He doesn't love his wife. Going towards the ghost is a 10 out of 10 idea. 100% survival rate. Yeah, no, they're... It's not like they literally have 0 ways to fight against the ghost. They've tried weapons, didn't work. They've tried, I don't know, freaking Christian blessings, didn't work. He has nothing against his ghost, and he's just like, yeah, let's go towards the whales. That's gonna work. And the things he's done, he's found out make more than an enemy or two. He's just the kind who'll do anything to keep himself safe. Alive.
I wonder what he'll say when he finds out that there's something not human living with him in his own house.
Potential dangers aside, being on my own grants me a greater degree of mobility, which I'm more comfortable with. Sure, I could have enlisted McCullough's help. Next to the people who owns this, she's probably the one most familiar with the mansion. But the cons of bringing her outweigh the pros. She's better off somewhere a quick exit's inside. With no tag along, I will have to worry about myself, watch my back. Selfish, I know.
Unnecessary.
Can we try empathy with the ghost? Actually, wait. You know who tried empathy with the ghost, Omni? You know who tried empathy with the ghost? My god, Zachary! My god, Zachary tried empathy with the ghost. Did it work? Not really, but he tried your idea because he's the only reasonable character in this freaking game. Because he's the only reasonable one. It's not out of the question, they tried. I really missed that English saying, no, don't worry, no, don't worry. I understood what you mean. I understood what you mean. In the same manner this whole planet is, no matter how idiotic going into this is. Besides, I don't really need a guide when the house's layout is fairly simple, almost mirrored with only a few modifications in the rooms. Although I've only been here once, I think I've already got a good grasp of this place ins and outs. As long as you can tell which is east and west, it shouldn't be too hard to find my way around. Under the dining room, the main foyer should be the next thing that greets me. Where the woman's cries are leading me. Honestly, after what happened outside, I'm not even sure if I should be trusting what I'm hearing. You shouldn't! You shouldn't! But with this whole house somehow seemingly devoid of any of its inhabitants, I'm inclined to look into this. More than surviving this curse, a huge part of this is my training speaking.
I just hope this isn't a crime scene I'm walking into.
You should wish it was a crime scene. A crime scene is easier to deal with than ghosts, buddy. But nothing's ever that simple, isn't it? Not when you're dealing with the supernatural, no. Because as soon as my feet cross into the next room, something shifts. Fine, I remember this. I'm gonna need to be keeping my hands on the keyboard because I'm probably gonna have to do quick time soon. Welcome back, Lisa. Hi, Golden Dragon. Hi, hi. I'm starting to see what you mean by God. Yes, yes. Join the Zachary agenda. Do it. In a flash, nearly without fanfare. It happens in a blink of an eye. I almost miss it. One moment there's red. Then the next. I'm standing alone in the foyer. For a brief instant I pause, glancing wildly around the place, blinking twice if my movements will spur the vision back. Yet, nothing. No blood dripping on the walls, no trailing down the stairs or pulled on the floor, no eyes watching my every movement. I didn't even notice the eyes in there. Apparently there were eyes. All the same cries, gradually growing in intensity the longer I dally, along with a voice. Desperate.
Where are you, Mother?
Wait. This actually doesn't sound like the ghost. This sounds like Hannah. Why is Hannah? Why? I know, listen, I know that there is an option where you can get... I know that there's a branching path if you make certain choices. Hannah will get possessed, but I thought I didn't choose those options, so... Why is Hannah? What? That looks sanitary. Yeah. They have great cleaning in this place, I know, right? It looks so, you know, well... So moist-proof, so dust-free, you know? Don't worry about the blood, it's fine. Bleeding.
Mother, please. I don't want to be alone.
Coming from the same direction I've heard the cries from. Upstairs. The place is not entirely empty then. A better question now is who. Is it Hannah? I don't know anymore. Definitely not Scumbag or the butler. I've yet to see hide nor hair of them, and not knowing their whereabouts puts me on edge. Blood is just a bold design choice, exactly. I have to be careful not to make any noise or be seen. Maybe the wife, though one can't really tell if it's her, the way her walls echo her voice. What just what is that? What just got updated? I should not decide. I'm willing to risk this civilian, handed his taser. To leave him if he didn't return in 15 minutes. I see. Nevertheless, it pushes me to move. Taking almost 2 steps at a time, despite the sickening feeling that something's lurking behind every shadow, every small corner I pass. As if the house has several eyes watching my every movement. As if something alive dwells behind the walls itself. Please don't jump scare me. Why did I move this time? Why did I move this stream to a later time in the day? It's just gonna be more dark and more scary. Why did I do this to myself? Please don't jump scare me. I try to shake it off, but an easy sensation has already made it at home at the pit of my stomach. Dread, and it only grows deeper the closer I get to her. Relative emptiness of the place doesn't help, neither does the harsh wind battering the windows nor the sheets of rain falling down the road. Atmosphere. Oh, was there another typo? Yeah, this game is a bunch of like typos and grammar issues. Would Zaire get possessed quickly by wanting to use empathy? No, or cats? Honestly, I feel like empathy is not even the worst way to go about it, like honestly. For a fleeting second, I find myself wishing for Scumbag to simply show up. I don't get too far down that train of thought. Abruptly, the cries stop, replacing it with,
Mother, please. She's here. She's here, Mother. She's going to take me. She won't leave, Mother. Mother, I don't want to go with her. Tell her to go away.
is it? I don't know.
Mother, she's here. Help!
That can't be good. Adrenaline overcomes me in a rush. In no two heartbeat, my feet's already moving before any sense can catch up or doubt creeps up to me. My hands ready at my holster as I hastily set off for the My hands ready at the holster as I hastily set off for the far side of the hall. One alarmed footstep after another, while struggling to keep that sense of panic at bay. A door lies ajar at the end and coming from the floor above.
She's going to hurt me. Help me!
I do not hesitate, moving in despite the lack of light. The steep stairs, or the thick layer of dust kicking up with my every step. I pause only a moment upon reaching the top. Then without wasting a second, I push the door open. That's not Hannah. That's not Hannah. Who the fuck is this? It's not the ghost either. The ghost has black hair. Who the freak? She sits in the middle of the room, shoulders hunched and shaking. I mean, it's the... we've seen this as character design before. It's the one on the freaking paintings in the foyer. But why are they alive? Why? She sits in the middle of the room, shoulders hunched, shaking. Her hands cover her face as she weeps, oblivious to my presence. It's as if she has heard neither my footsteps nor the soft creaking of the door, continuing undisturbed like I'm standing in a time far removed from her. She doesn't even flinch when I call out to her.
Hey, are you alright?
Mother, I've done
I just got an achievement and I don't know what it means. It's very cryptic.
I can still hear her. She's here. Help me! Help me, please!
Belatedly, I notice the blood in her hands. If it's the same one drenching the whole attic, I'd rather not know. How the whole room has ended up like this is the least of my problems at the moment. Even a single human body doesn't have this much blood. So bodies. The thought sends an unpleasant twinge in my stomach. Does Wright even know about this? He's bad news, alright, but this is beneath him. He'll definitely balk at the first sight of it. Anyone will. Yet the woman lingers here, unmoved by the sight, letting her sob fill the room. Repeating the words over and over again like a prayer of salvation. To whom? The mess of parchment she left on the floor. Just what in the hell is happening?
Hey, lady, are you?
The rest of that question never makes it out. I don't even see it coming. Should have been more aware and on guard, really. But there's little I can do when a well-placed blow to the back of my knees makes me stumble. The momentum alone sets me reeling forward. Oh, I know what's gonna happen here. So I talked about this last stream, but I accidentally saw a slight spoiler by looking at the store page of this game because they like promote a CG that I have not seen yet. This is about to be the butler and he's gonna tackle us. That's what the CG I saw was. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see that soon. It barely even registers in my head that the woman's gone and the room is as normal as it can be. Not above the pain suddenly shooting up my side when I hit the floor. I don't even get a chance to get my bearings back when a hard enough blow to the stomach caused me to buckle down and land heavily on my knees. Good job, Steam store page. I mean, here's the funny thing. That's not even the only spoiler for this game I accidentally saw, because I saw another one like way back when I was trying to search up an image to use in a Blue Sky post of this game, I saw another spoiler that coincidentally was also about the butler, so I know one other thing about the butler, but I'm not gonna spill that yet, because that would be too much spoilers. So yeah, I accidentally spoiled myself on like way too much stuff about the butler, like constantly. Oh well, it's fine. Gasping, I fumble wildly for my gun. Although before I'm able to turn it, level it, and shoot, a hand grabs my wrist and twists it. Hard. I gasp. A cry of pain slips past my mouth. The gun falls to the floor with a thunk. As soon as it lands, a foot kicks it out of my reach as it slides uselessly under the bed. Agony suddenly explodes in my chin, jerking loose a sharp cry of pain and stars fill the edges of my vision. A brief moment of regret hits me for leaving my taser with Mikala when a piece of cloth closed around my neck. Without warning, my attacker pulls tight. I'm left gasping, choking and clawing for air, blindly reaching behind me as I still try to fight him off and loosen the pressure on my neck. Except any sort of movement only causes him to pull it taut.
My, so many rats scurrying about in this mansion lately.
It is the butler. I recognize that fake German accent everywhere. It's freaking Johannes, of course. If I look it up, I will make sure not to look at those screenshots. Oh well. Right, so butler. Shit.
Tell me, what did you do with the madam?
I have no idea what he's talking about. Did something happen to Hannah, right?
Let go, you asshole.
That's not how you... Just say I have no idea what you're talking. Just say I don't know. Just... Ashton, you're supposed to be a cop. Why are you being stupid?
Now, Dummkopf, you're in no position to be rude.
Dummkopf. They called him a Dummkopf. Oh, I love this fake German so much. Like, this voice actor does... I know a German accent. This voice actor is not German. But I love it so much. I cannot take it seriously. The fake German is it's cracking me up. Oh no, I'm not gonna be able to take this scene seriously.
Last time I checked, I'm not the one breaking into other people's homes. Now answer my question. What did you do with the madam?
The pain rings and resonates through my already sore body, still I managed to write it out and spit him on mutinous.
You. Keep that dirty mouth babbling and you're getting a knife in the kidney.
Yeah, so the spoiler that I read, like, way at the start of this game, is that the butler has more than more than just a couple bodies in his body count. Let's just put it like that. And I'm not talking about him getting bitches. I'm not talking about him getting what is the male equivalent of bitches? The butler is canonically gay. What is the male equivalent of bitches? Like, he gets D. I'm not talking about him getting D. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the other body count. I see what you mean. I can't take it seriously either from both of them. Yeah, no, it's terrible. Like, we'll talk about Ashton's problems later. We'll get to it. That was another good time.
I assure you, it will be more painful than this.
He really doesn't need to threaten me by now. It's not so much to bear. At this point, my lungs feel like they're burning with the lack of air. Dark spots begin to fill the edges of my vision. Ever so slowly, the world around me dims. My consciousness rapidly slips away from me, and without meaning to...
Get away from him!
Oh no, why is Isabella here? Hearing that voice, it's as if I've been doused with a bucket of ice, cold water. Familiar, too familiar. And more importantly, it shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be hearing it here. She shouldn't be here. Immediately my eyes snap open. Why is Isabella here? And right there, right on the attic's doorway, stands Isabella of all people. A rolling pin in one hand and a standard issue police taser on the other. My taser. Hell yeah. I've been very lukewarm on Isabella, but I like her being girl boss right now, especially since they treat her as like a whiny baby with no backbone. Was this translated English from the start? I think it was translated. I at least I know the studio is not English language. I know that much at least. I don't know if the game was like made English. I just know the people that made it are not English speakers. Also, there's a lot of grammar issues and typos in this game, so. She must have borrowed it from Macaulay. Where else could she have gotten one? I doubt she has ever used one, even. Hell, the way she holds it right now, this guy could easily disarm her in one hit. But there's something in her eyes. There's a look of fear in them when her hands shake. She keeps the weapon trained and pointing at scumbag's lackey. Alright, you wouldn't know this on me. But, Ashton, the guy we're playing as right now, has a massive thing for Isabella, and I've been trying to, like, make the ship sail because all the other ships in this game suck ass, and this is the only one that's half decent. So I've been trying to make their ship sail. I've been trying to get them together. I don't know if I've succeeded though. Unstraight or not, she does not plan to leave here without putting up a fight, it seems. Admirable, really, but it's not something we need right now. I need her to be away from here. I need her safe. But the chances of that happening grows slim with every laughter that slips from him.
Oh, this is just getting better and better. The Bratwurst won't be pleased with the number of bodies we have to dispose of today, you know.
We are on a mission. I see we are. Sailor. Not the Bratwurst. Oh god, this character. Fucking hell.
Tell me, how many of you are there? So I can prepare the proper number of bags.
Like I said, he is not a stranger to killing people. Damn it. What the fuck is going on? Why is she here in the first place? Did she follow after me? Who else came with her? Zach? Panic surges within me. She knows how bad the situation is, but did she really have to rush in here and expose herself like that? I love when the thing pops up in the top left corner and you're like, oh, Rebecca totally could have been here if she was alive, but she's not. This is so bad, it's great. Listen, Ami, that's this whole game. This whole game is just so bad, it's great. You don't understand. Does she even know how to use a taser? For fuck's sake, it's more than worrying for my life. It's her I'm concerned about. Getting strangled, dying by choking isn't part of the plan, but her following me here isn't either. This is why I prefer to do things alone. This is why I'd rather be the only one to take the consequences. I don't even want to think what this bastard might do to her after he's done with me. Though my voice comes off nearly a croak, I try to tell her as much. She has to leave. Stay far away from here, from these people.
Don't! Damn it, Isabella! Get out of here!
Another bout of pain erupts over my side, cutting off my words. A cry of agony bursts from my mouth. I can taste blood in my... In your tongue? Don't you mean on your tongue? I can taste blood in my tongue as I heave, attempting to get as much air despite towels still coiled around my neck.
Ash?
You're going to lose air quickly that way, Dummkopf. Better keep it shut.
If I could play it with another language voice in English, I will seriously consider getting this. You cannot. I don't think you can. Like, it doesn't have language options. It's just, I think, I don't know. But yeah, no, you cannot. Also, you shouldn't want to. Unironically, you shouldn't want to. The bad voice acting, the bad everything is what makes this game good. Trust me, trust me. Big said no. No, it's kind of for the better. It's kind of for the better. Everything being so scuffed is what makes this game good.
Get out. 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 Belle!
Don't be stupid! I'm not leaving you here!
He laughs, too cruel, too unforgiving, too evil, too freaking cartoon villain. The way each note beats against my ears is part of the warmth in them sends chills down my spine. This is a man whose hands have already been stained with blood before. He won't hesitate.
I'd follow his advice if I were you, little girl. What could you possibly do with a toy? Just hand it over and be on your way. It'll probably be too difficult for a little girl like you to use.
I don't like him being this patronizing. Especially towards Isabella, because this game is already treating her like very badly. Last in German, yeah, exactly. Like it's so bad. Like, it would be one thing if they hired an actual German to do this accent, but this voice actor is not German. This voice actor is not German. Also, they pronounce his name wrong, like, constantly. His name is supposed to be Johannes, but they keep calling him Johans, and it pisses me off. Fuck, I can barely keep my eyes open. But in the next second, though I still don't exactly understand what's happening, Isabella shouts. Not a cry of pain. Not a yell of panic. But one that's resolute. Firm. Perhaps in a tone that speaks fiercer than any I've heard from her before.
Try me! Ashton, duck!
I do. More out of instinct and desire to survive, closing my eyes before my mind can fully process what's going on. It all happens in a blur. The telltale sound of a taser being discharged resounds through the room. Hell yeah, girl. Hell yeah, girly pop. Go get him. The air crackles. Something buzzes by, almost too close to my ear, followed by the thud of something blunt connecting solidly with another object. The next thing I know, the trowel strangling me has started to loosen. I collapse on the floor, dazed and gasping for air. From my peripheral, through the haze of blood rushing and the sound slowly filtering back, the butler buckles. He spasms once. Now, without much fuss, falls face first besides me, knocked unconscious by 50,000 volts of electricity and a fucking rolling pin. He'll be out for a while. I have no idea whether I should laugh or cry at that. Somewhere in front of me, my oxygen-deprived brain vaguely registered Isabella for him. She slumps on the floor, also breathing heavily. Right next to her, trembling hands, with a taser rolling pin lay useless and forgotten while the mood in the room eases. A long, gradual process of tension lifting. For countless seconds, we remain quiet, with only our short gasps and sighs to fill the silence, allowing the adrenaline to ebb away and both their breathing to slow. Not true repose by any means, but a simple brief respite. Hello, I clicked. There's still the curious who are still inside the mansion in imminent danger. We have no idea how to fix this. Outside, the rain seems to only intensify. Lightning flashes like bleeding somewhere, wide and piercing, and the sky rumbles. No rest for the wicked. Oh, I guess you rescued him because I made them actually like each other. Like, I got an achievement for doing that, so I'm guessing if I make them not like each other, she is probably not gonna do it. As surfers, the ones are covered, having regained some semblance of sense and strength. Breathing still hurts, but is bearable. As it's moving, although every small motion causes up winds. There will be bruising tomorrow, I can manage. Retrieving my gun from under the bed is easy. But only with some effort, I am able to drag an unconscious man to the far end of the room, snapping one end of a handcuff on his wrist while fastening the other on the bed frame. I should keep him restrained for a few hours, in case he wakes up prematurely. After this, Isabella stays quiet. In fact, she hasn't even moved since. Her hands still shake, and taking long draws of breath, but she stares vacant in front of her, almost as if she's in shock. Perhaps she isn't even expecting any results, spurred only by some kind of desperation. Now it's sinking in. Unfortunately, we need to get moving. We don't have time to wait for everything to register in our heads. Leaning in front of her, I give her a light shake.
Belle, we need to go. We can't stay here.
Slowly, she turns, staring at me with wide eyes. Worry flickers briefly in them, along with something ineffable. Then, without warning, she lifts a hand. Slaps me right across the face. The sound of it cracks the... Why? You know what? Now that we've talked a bit about the art style, I wish the main art style, like for the sprites, was more like the CGs. The CGs are actually not that bad. Like, they're not amazing, but they're not bad. The sound of it cracks the air, shattering the silence like a fragile glass breaking. Despite the familiar rumble of thunder outside, it manages to ring louder above the storm. I don't even know what hit me until my head's already snapped back and my cheek stings with anger. I share the same sentiment, yeah. And it is anger, in spite of the stillness and lack of words afterwards. Not fuming though, never fuming, but the kind that brews lightly and soundlessly. A frustration instead of seething rage. One that ebbs just as quickly as it flows, and once the tide subsides, there's only that gleam in her eyes. Warm, steadfast, and unflinching. Quietly, I brace myself for the truth underneath that gaze. I slip from her lips softly, nearly fading under the words of their veins still falling fast, if not for the weight in each of her words.
What is wrong with you?
Even the CGs feel really mobile-ish. They do feel mobile-ish, but this is at least good quality mobile. The other sprites feel like bad quality mobile, like the kind of mobile game you'd see in an advertisement for a different mobile game, you know what I mean? Like, this is at least decent quality mobile style.
Belle,
If Zach didn't slip up, no one would have known where you went.
Yeah, I agree.
Belle, one person knowing is enough. Any more than that, and
You almost died. He could have suffocated you right then and there, and you could have died.
I told Zach to give me 4 hours. That would have been enough time to...
It would have been too late. And by the time anyone ever finds out, you're already fertilizer.
She trails off, takes in one deep breath, draws one in-drawn breath after another, a brief lull as her frustration finally gives, dissolves into something more pensive and somber. Her shoulders droop and throughout her voice rises a hoarse and weary. In her next words, there's only certainty.
You count too, you know? When I said that night, when I told you that I don't want to lose anyone anymore, that includes you. Alive.
Ashton is not a very good cop, to put it lightly. Being not a good cop is just... Ashton just has zero logic. Ashton is just not smart. I feel like calling him not a good cop is just too... giving him too much credit.
We're still here, Ash. You have us.
And was their meaning fall, where it is not so with the force of a dam breaking or a raging storm, but the gentle, steady warmth of a heart burning, an ember easing slowly and lightly, rising and giving until all that's left is the truth and understanding. Not alone, never alone. It lingers even if we see both drift back into silence and our words take root, because in the gratitude that swells after, is another warmth blooming. This is so not the time for this, guys. This game is terrible at pacing, not gonna lie. Like, they yap in all the moments they should not be yapping. Pleasant, welcoming, like finding a home, like finding ourselves in the haze a squall has left, creating something fragile yet immutable for both of us. Oh my god, I just got a view botter, but it's a different site this time. Can you believe it? They have multiple sites. Wow. Oh god, her eye. Listen, if you think Isabella's is bad, wait until you see Hannah. Hannah's like the fakest boobs to ever fake boob. You don't understand. They spend way too much time on description. Oh, they do. This game is written like it wants to be literature. Like, this is written like it wants to be a, like, 400-page novel. Like, but it's very much not. It's very much not. It's a soap opera role-playing as an actual good quality literature. I can't wait. It's in her eyes, and the way she holds my gaze unwavering, and the way she carries herself despite sitting amidst a place she fears. In a way, she keeps herself from trembling and falling apart because fear is inconsequential while people she cares about are at risk. A change. She realizes that now, holds onto it. Another little thing, another small thing from her that may go unnoticed and pass by quietly, but will eventually amount to a lot of things. Tiny gestures that mean nothing at first but began to matter to me one day until... Oh. Despite myself, a small smile slips from my lips as the same word from earlier unfolds in my chest. Unhurried, familiar, and bright from all these years I've carried it, but I've never given the words to it.
Stop smiling like that, Ashton! I'm not done scolding you!
Reminder that the butler is still in this room, just knocked out, and also the ghost, and also Luke, and also everything. But this time they come easy.
I heard all of it. Don't worry.
Are you really okay? That guy hit you a little too hard on the head.
Isabella, I think he was just dropped on his head as a baby.
Here, let me...
I reach up just as she extends a hand towards my face, catching her wrist in a light grip, drawing it closer and folding her hand in between mine. Although her expression does shift into mild confusion, she does not pull away like I'm expecting. She simply stares at me, searching. Or to allow a gesture from me that's perhaps too close. It tells a lot about how far things have already shifted in the past few years. Curled in mine, her hand still trembles. Most of the tremors have already subsided by now, though I doubt it'll fade away this soon. Even as I trace the lines of her palm, in what I hope is a comforting gesture.
I'm sorry, Belle.
She doesn't matter, no wrong time for love, hashtag copium.
For what? Is this about what happened tonight? You can apologize later when...
No, well, this too, but it's not just about this.
It's for...
Oh god, also the voice acting mixing of this game is so terrible. There will be random lines where it just sounds either way too close or way too far away for no reason. Like, this game is so scuffed, I love it. Like, listen to the difference between the voices in this.
No, well, this too, but
It's for...
Like, that's not intentional. I have heard it in other scenes in this game. It's not intentional. It just happens.
It's for a lot of things. For calling you clumsy, and careless, and a scatterbrain.
Are you sure this isn't a concussion?
I'm dead, yeah.
You would think that, wouldn't you?
Well, you don't usually apologize.
yeah, I know. I'm sorry about that too.
Guys, we need to stop laughing. He's going through his character arc, guys. This is supposed to be wholesome and good and character
For all
development.
the times I've teased you and made you cry.
Unexpectedly, her fingers tighten around mine, our hands falling between us as something tender shifts in the air. Another exhale, another drawn breath eases out of me, filled with every hesitation and uncertainties. But when I finally choose to break the silence, it's only when I know what will slip past my mouth is the one truth I will hold against the world.
But for all those callous words, despite all those,
Oh my god, is he finally gonna confess, guys?
there's nothing that I don't love about you.
No, look at the romance actually blossoming. I guess I did a good job of trying to get them together.
In fact, those things, I love those.
Remind me that they're still in the haunted mansion with it. A knocked out German butler on the floor. And there's probably a ghost in this room just watching.
And everything that's you.
This is so not the time for this. I love it. For a long moment, she offers no response. Her grip on my hands merely tightens. Although my heart's pounding against my ears, I take a chance to look up. Slightly leaning away and giving her a cautious glance, more than ready to hear her rejection. And it is one, despite the smile on her face, if it can even be called one, of course. There's a pained aspect to it I can hardly name, regardless of what it means to her, what she intends to convey with it. The sight of it alone makes me regret ever mentioning anything. But, I mean, I guess I didn't max them out. Probably if I tried to max them out, they might have done better. I guess I just didn't do good enough. Oh, man. Yeah, no, I was too focused on maxing out Zachary. Like, I beyond maxed out Zachary. I got more accuracy when it was already full. I'm pretty sure yeah, I did the same spell as well. Maybe they go so to see some love in a way. It will totally pass it successfully, but I guess what you did. Okay, but you're actually kind of right. Like, we never got to communicate this information back to the group because it was Rebecca, aka the character that died, that found it out. But, the ghost was actually, like, a lover of, like, what I assumed to be some weird past reincarnation of Luke Wright, aka the billionaire asshole. So maybe it actually is kinda that way. It's almost as if she's forcing herself to push out the next words out of her mouth for the sake of not hurting me. Not that I won't be able to take it, but if those feelings will only put a heavier burden on her, I'd rather not have said anything at all. As expected, with one last squeeze as the hand curling hers, she pulls her hand away from mine. When she speaks though, there's a stark refusal to meet my eyes. Not that I hold it against her. The situation's already awkward as it is.
Ash!
She pauses, biting her lower lip. A small frown forms between her eyebrows while she struggles to find the right phrasing to string together.
Ashton, I'm really sorry.
My ship just sank. That makes me a little bit sad, not gonna lie.
Oh, no, it's cool.
Is it cool, Ashton? Is it?
I was already expecting that. Kind of. But you don't have to...
No, I mean, I can't. I can't afford to think of anything other than helping my family. Especially now that Papa's gone.
You know what? Maybe I actually didn't do so bad because it gave me an achievement for Doing well, but not right now. Like, let me read out the actual achievement instead of vaguely describing it here. Not right now. The course of true love never did run smooth. But it's not a full rejection. It could have been worse. She could have probably like been like, ew. I know I'm not totally memeing, and I can totally see that.
They're going to need me more than ever, Ash. I'm sorry. I really can't. Not right now.
I've always known it would lead to this, to some extent. Her family will always come first. Who am I to take that from her? It hurts, of course, but the pain eases, knowing that in spite of circumstances, her heart will always be in the right place. That she's still the same woman I've fallen in love with.
It's alright, Belle. Don't apologize. If it still matters, that's actually what I love about you.
Ashton, you're not helping.
Of course, not that I'm expecting anything by telling you that, but...
No, actually, I'm not gonna treat this as cringe. He's being nice. It's cheesy as hell. He's so cringe, but he is being nice to her, which cannot be said about most characters in this game. Even if it's cheesy, I really like Mr. for a ghost. Yeah, that's fair.
You get the point. Yeah.
Thanks, Ash. I mean, thank you for loving me. Even after everything.
Her response is a smile and soft laughter, perhaps the sweetest I've seen and heard from her. Just from it, I know nothing will change despite her answer and any lingering feelings that will come from this. And there will be lingering feelings, that is. The way she barged into our lives 5 years ago is probably enough to leave a terrible impression on anyone, but that's also precisely it. It's people like her that you don't easily forget. It's them that gradually worms their way into a person's lives until the very thought of losing them becomes unbearable. And as it is, I'm already content simply staying by her. No grand expectations or hopes attached, just the banter, the small smiles, and the quiet little moments that were. I love her, but that also isn't all there is to us.
I know I caused you all kinds of trouble these past few years.
I'm so serious when I say this game has terrible pacing. Like, it's not even just for the memes. Like, we're in the middle of action and now we're suddenly in a love drama. This game has no concept of pacing.
Hey, whoever told you I'm doing this for free? After we're done with this curse thing, you're gonna owe me a year's supply of ice cream.
Yeah, we'll see.
Another laughter, this time from both of us. Then she hits my arm with a light punch. Familiar, warm, bright, and hopeful, much like everything about her. And it is strength enough to keep me going as I lead both of us out. Will's gonna suffer a lot if he wants to stay close and just think loving her with nothing in return. I mean, he's been doing that for a long ass time. I actually, I don't think I think he's kind of used to it. The laugh and ice cream just to send me, yeah, that's very much the tone of this game. Barbara still hasn't come back when you make her way downstairs, tricky considering the stairs to the attic are a bit old. One misstep and anyone might end up slipping and falling. You're lucky if that's all that'll happen to you. Yeah, imagine falling down these stairs. It literally happens to Isabella in like the first chapter. With the stairs this steep, a broken neck is a likely outcome. Thankfully, Isabella's here to guide me through the darkness. She knows this place better than anyone, after all, in spite of the misfortunes that has brought us.
Careful, the floorboards over there aren't very sturdy.
Right on cue, the same board I'm stepping on creaks and suddenly breaks. The piece is falling somewhere but the dull tongue.
Oh shit. Scumbag wouldn't be too happy about that. Ow, my foot.
See? I told you so. You never listen to me.
They renovated the whole mansion. They can't even replace one tiny part of the house.
Why don't you file a complaint to BRC then? I'm sure they'd be thrilled to hear it. You know it was such a rushed job.
Outside, the winds have intensified. Even from here, I can hear the gusts battering the window in the attic. It makes you wonder why, up until now, the only person we've encountered from this house is the butler. Although to some degree that makes sense, he is in charge of running the place. Where are the other servants though? In this storm, wouldn't anyone want to stay inside? A likely assumption is they're all asleep. The route I've taken doesn't really pass by the rooms they've likely assigned as the servants' quarters, however they also hide in security. I brushed it off earlier, thinking they'll be posted a lot closer to where the master's rooms are, but the second room's devoid of anyone as well. As if every inhabitant of this place has suddenly disappeared overnight. We're prettily, where's the scumbag? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. The fact that we're here, right in the fucking middle of it, makes me all the more queasy. And this feeling only escalates once we reach the landing and Isabella swings the doors open. She paused abruptly right in the doorway that I almost ran into her. A look of confusion is in her as she looks wildly around the place, restlessly taking in her surroundings. With each turn and shift of her eyes, her shoulders only grow tenser and a look of apprehension slowly dawns on her.
Isabella, what are you...
We aren't supposed to be here.
Yeah, this door doesn't go to the kitchen, does it? They were on the second floor. Sure enough, when I look up, we're standing right in the kitchen, pots, pans, and all. Oh, hi Zachary! In one corner, Zach watches almost as surprised as to see us. McCullough's also with him. Of course, she didn't listen to me when I've already exceeded the 15 minutes we've agreed on. Although color and strength seems to have already returned to her, enough for her to be able to stand unassisted. The empty plate on the counter appears to have played a part on that. Good news, I guess. As for the other one, however. Relieved I add that he has the sense to wait and not venture deeper into the mansion, I can't help but roll my eyes at him.
Zach, I said 4 hours.
Actually, you said 3.
I know, but Isabella asked and... Come on, bro, you know I ain't a very good liar.
And it didn't even occur to you to stop her?
I tried, alright? Even G, she was out the door before I could say anything.
And how did you guys even get in here?
Both of them exchange a look, one that I absolutely do not like. In the end, it's Isabella who speaks up, albeit with hesitation.
We heard someone scream, Ash. It led us here.
Without warning, the door behind us slams shut.
We need to get out of here.
Screw right, I need to get these people out of here. Lucky we're in the kitchen and have 2 ways out, the back door and the cellar offers. Except the hatch won't budge when I pull at it, and neither does the back door, as if something has firmly locked it from the other... has locked it firmly on the other side. Zach also gives it a few tries, but even with a big guy's strength it won't open. There's a long part of silence, which we all simply look at each other, likely sharing the same thoughts. All the people who saw the letter are in the mansion and are now in hunting ground. I'm sure that's not gonna end badly at all. We're trapped. Something or someone has intentionally led us here. Fuck. In that same moment, once realization dawns in, something shifts again. Blood. There's not even blood here. It's literally just red light. Like, where is the blood? There is no blood, it's just red. In every nook and cranny, over every surface, on every inch of the floor. This time, unlike the first I've seen it, it remains, and gradually the whole room begins to reek of the familiar metallic scent, sharp and suffocating. Around us, every object, including the cupboards, have started to rattle as well. The sounds from outside, foreboding rumble of thunder, and even the howling winds have begun to fade away, replaced by whispers, shouts, and cries of pain. Though inaudible, each beat and note bombards every crevice in my head with vague images and sounds. There's no time to make sense of everything, however. I'm already shouting, fueled purely by adrenaline, barking orders and making a break for the door that leads to the next room, the dining. It should take us straight to the foyer where the main door is.
Move! Run!
Right in front of us, the mansion has started to change and we're in the thick of it. We're instead of the dining room like we're supposed to. The bedroom welcomes us instead. Ooh, we haven't been in this room before. An image that lasts but only a second before blood begins to seep into the room. Oh yikes. Filtering into the walls, trickling from every nook and cranny, everywhere, furniture shakes and every beam rattles. There's a balcony! Jump from the balcony! Before we can even step back from the horror gradually unfolding in front of us, the door slams shut. A loud thud bringing a sense of dread and chill creeping up in each of us. Along with it is another realization. The whole place is reordering itself. And with the door closed tight behind us, showing no signs of budging, even through the sheer force. There's no choice but to go forward and hope to all gods that it'll lead us to an exit. Until then, running's the only thing we can do, spurred by nothing but fear and a sense of desperation to live.
It's useless, Ashton Frey.
But with each room we pass, it only becomes apparent that the house has no intention of letting us leave. It lured all of us here and we've fallen for it. Now it's playing a little game with us, a sort form of amusement. For whom? Their laughters are the only thing we can hear. With every hall we cross, every door we slide open, the hope of finding an exit merely dwindles. The gun at my hip is useless here. I am useless here. Some fucking genius I am. Some fucking person to trust I am. All of those, they mean nothing in the face of the unknown.
You finally figured it out. Huh, Ashton Frey. Just give it up.
Oh, hi.
And you are going to die alone.
Shut your fucking mouth.
You know it's true though.
Oh yeah, there's cursing in this game. Just be warned, just be warned. It keeps catching me off guard because I'm so used to like visual novels being, you know, polite in their word choice. Not this one. This one has like a lot of cursing in it.
It's why all you can do is tell us to shut up. You don't want to hear a single word because you're already aware of it. You can't even admit it to yourself. Who's the coward now?
But no matter how hard you try, you're not gonna be able to save anyone.
The more gruesome the blaze turns, the bleaker our chance to simply get. Wails and screams from our ears as we pass by, worse from a time when people long gone, laced with nothing but pure agony, calling out, reaching out to us. Their voices are almost too real, as if we're not the only ones trapped here, yet there are others begging for release from this wretched place. Or maybe it's not just a show, a taste of what will eventually be, souls forever held captive in a never-ending nightmare.
Mother, I've done it, Mother. Take me with you, please. I'm still here. She's here. Help me! Help me, please!
Is this what the curse is, what it means for all of us? That the letter is not a morbid cry for help, but an invitation. A beckoning for unsuspecting souls to be dragged into this place's horrors, to be put under centuries and centuries of torment and agony. Suddenly, dying a painful sentence seems preferable, enticing than ending up here, living a tortured existence. Or perhaps it's all the same. Still, hope worms its way into me, not a usual thing for someone like me. But after going through countless doors and corridors, every little sign of hope I'm willing to cling to, as long as it'll get us out of here. We're back in the dining room again. How long have we been running? How long since we left the kitchen? At some point, I've lost track of time, but the windows barred tight and it sounds lifting in the air. Nothing but shouts and shrieks. It's impossible to tell. Nothing matters when an end is in sight. Shelves and furnishings bar the door, each stained with blood and gore, that if the situation is as desperate as it is, I'll find a way out. But there's still a gap left at the topmost part for a person to go through, as long as she uses shelves to climb.
It's next it all right.
From here, I can spy the familiar walls of the foyer. Relief, only relief washes over me. Although my legs have been strained taut by all that running and every bone and muscle in my body ache, there's only easing. A sense of tension, feeling about energy flows back through me again at the sight of an end. No sooner, I'm leading us out of it. You don't think this obvious exit is a trap of any kind? Zack helped McCulloch first, assisting her up and through the gap before giving a hand to Isabella. The moment the ladies are in, I nod for him to go through.
Go ahead. I'll watch your back.
Surprisingly, he does it without any protest, not that there's any need to. Sometime after entering the room, the whole place is calmed down. No wails, no whispers, just a silence too deafening. But I'm not letting my guard down, not until everyone's on the other side of this nightmare. Safe. For all I know, this may just be the calm before another storm. No, really. Without further incidents, however, Zack makes it to the other side and I'm following after him. After all this hushes, I turn my back from it and climb up. It's a tight fit, but I manage to squeeze myself in. The unease remains though. Maybe it's the adrenaline still coursing through me, or how easy everything has been after living through that nightmare, bleeding as it is. But for some reason, something's still nagging at me. Call it a detective's instinct or my training or whatnot. I have a feeling something's going to happen and catch us unprepared. Unconsciously, before dropping down on the better side of this dream, my hand shifts to the gun at my hip. Instinct has never failed me before. My feet haven't even landed firmly on the floor when...
Had I known there would be a party in my own home tonight, I would have opened a bloody bottle or two.
Boo! Boo, it's a Luke pissy, right? Not this guy. Oh my god, and Zachary is here too. Anytime Zachary is in the same room as freaking Luke, I get terrified. I get terrified this game is gonna drop another Slayer. Please don't. Unironically, please don't.
People these days, in my own home, can you believe it? I feel so left out.
A chill seeps into every vein in my body. All of a sudden, every ache, every pain returns to me tenfold, and my knees threaten to buckle at the sound of his voice. Though it appears friendly, I know it is anything but. Once not spent investigating a man like him for over a year and holding a grudge against him for more, without knowing everything about him. His quirks, his habits, I'm familiar with all of them. And right now, Luke fucking Wright is beyond pissed. Seems like a decent person. Oh, no, don't even joke about it. Don't even start. Shifting my gaze upwards is nearly too painful knowing the danger. Not to me, but to those who have been lured in here by the curse. Of course he has a gun. Oh, also I forgot that he looks like Draco fucking Malfoy in the CGs. Oh, this guy. The gun catches my eyes first. There's a smirmy smile on his face while he holds Mikala and Isabella at gunpoint. It's sight enough to lodge a painful thorn up my throat. I've been so complacent. To focus on other things that have completely set aside the fact that the scumbag will not be too pleased to see us here without our knowing our reasons. But even with those good intentions, curses and ghostly apparitions aside, we're still trespassing in his home. The question is if he's even aware that his whole of his household has somehow disappeared and he might be the only one here. Likely not. Fuck. Even with the people he knows among the crowd, there's significant effort in him not to simply shoot everything inside.
And really, Lily, even you.
Lily.
Sir, this isn't what you're thinking. Something's going on in this mansion.
Imagine calling a woman by name. He can't relate. I don't think he's called a single woman by name in this whole game. At least not without some form of spite behind it.
Well, obviously, why else would people be trespassing in my home? What's your excuse? Checking back if your clients are doing okay? Is that it? Is this what this is? Oh, we're doing good, by the way.
Sir, please.
Oh, please what?
We need to get out of this place. You need to leave.
Not a good enough excuse, darling. You people are the ones who need to get out of my sight. Don't worry, I might consider pressing lighter charges for the woman.
I hate this guy. I hate this guy. He's so blatantly sexist. I hate it. Like, he managed to... I hate this guy so much. It's amazing how Ashley can do so many deep self-analysis while all this is going on.
Can't say the same for the rest of you. But really now, I swear the people of this city need to be taught the meaning of privacy. This is how you want to start the week. Why don't we just go with a bloody massacre if we want to surprise people in their homes, huh?
Casually, he waves a handgun at them as if it's just a mere toy and his words are no threat. The safety's off on his, nothing stopping him from pushing through with his words. Call me paranoid, but with a slight gesture I draw my own and level it at him. Finger on the trigger, ready to release the safety catch in case things go south. He's quick to train his own on me though, and just like that we're at a standstill.
Now, feathers. Manners.
Not feathers! Oh god. Now he's even calling Ashton nicknames.
You're in no position to be pointing that gun at people.
Why don't you put yours down first, and then we'll talk about manners.
Oh, he talks back. The gall! You know, your kind pisses me off so much.
Shooting him right now will be so worth it, with the way he stares at me like I'm a damn pest, but this isn't what I've come here for. I'm not a murderer, as much as I loathe him. I'm not the kind of person who will kill people in cold blood for my own gain or amusement. The law will bring him what he deserves one of these days. At the moment, however, we're all in the same boat with this curse, and he needs to understand that. The longer we stand here, the more time we're wasting and losing, something we don't have much of. But how can I convince him? This scum is so full of himself, so he prefers to hear the sound of his own voice more than those of the people around him, no matter how much sense they make. Probably the only way I can get him to listen is to fight back. Ashton, you pathetic loser, I know exactly what you need to do. You need to learn the art of dogeza from shamming. That's exactly what we're saying, your listener. Channel your inner shamming. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Dogeza. No way in hell that's happening. Maybe I should eliminate the danger first and disarm. Don't. No, we're not doing that. Disarming him is not gonna work. It's so not gonna work. Beg him to listen. My life's not the only one at risk here, however. There's Zach. There's Isabella. McCullough's here as well. We're all knowing victims to this fucking curse, and I'm in no position to pick who to save and who I should simply let die. I suppose my pride could take a few hits if I can set aside my beef with this asshole. Taking a deep breath, I lower my pistol. Though still on edge and at the ready, in case he does something, I do my best to assume a less aggressive stance.
Listen, right. I need you to...
Swallow your pride. Your thing's more important no matter how much you hate his. Yep.
You broke into my house, and somehow, you expect me to listen like a good little boy.
He's so not worth losing our pride. Like, this would be a good option if it was anyone but this asshole. I don't want to do this, even if it's the right choice.
Are you a bit touched in the head, Feathers? I'm not the one breaking laws here.
Look here, fucker. If I wanted you dead, I could have done it so many times already. In fact, I can easily shoot you down right here, right now. And you won't be able to do a damn thing, even with that gun.
Suddenly he laughs, almost howling in fact, like I've just told him the best joke he's heard in all his life. The only thing missing is for him to keel over and start rolling around the floor. All I do my best not to sock him with the sorry end of my pistol.
You have guts, Feathers. You have guts. Did you hear what you just told me? You've just threatened me inside my own house. My own home. You know what I'm thinking right now? In another lifetime, we would have probably gotten along well.
Maybe they would have. Not gonna lie, maybe they would have. I could see it. I hate that I could see it. They're both cringe and terrible. Although listen, Ashton's worst crime is being cringe. This guy is an actual criminal and douchebag, and yet I can still see it. I can still see it. It's right on that at least. I might have ended up like him if I didn't have Professor Andrew, Rebecca, Zachary, and Isabella. If I'm mistaken, it would have been too late for me. Reynolds' laughter rings all of those possibilities I could have lived, but they've never been given the choice. All because I have other people with me, people who care. A sobering realization, but not so much when suddenly his cackling stops. At 2 heartbeats, he marches towards me, grabs my collar, and aims his gun right at my head.
Ashton!
Hey, now you two, I'm sure we can all talk about this first.
At this distance, a slight flick of that finger on the trigger will be able to do more than kill me.
What is it that you people really want with me? This is the second time this week, and I'm really getting weary of this little game. Did the NCA send you to apprehend me, or has somebody paid you off to kill me? Which one is it, Feathers? Mind you, my arm's getting tired. Better answer quick if you don't want to beat the business end of this gun.
They're reacting way too late and it's throwing me off. Don't even worry about it. Just, you'll get used to it. I keep my eyes trained on him in spite of the huge threat he poses right now, because if there's anything people like him, like us, prefer, it's honesty. You don't give that impression without keeping a solid eye contact.
I'm not with NCA. I'm just here to help. There's something else in this house, and we're all in danger. You have to believe me, right? You need to let us go. You need to get out of here before it's too late. If you want to keep your sorry ass alive, you'll listen to people with more brain cells than you.
Ashton, this is so not gonna work.
Why, you insolent!
His finger moves, but I am prepared. My hand's ready to reach up, disarm him, and knock him out. If I have to drag him out of this place unconscious to keep him from suffering the fate of every other person who has died from this curse, so be it. I before either of us can fire a shot or tackle each other to the ground, and her voice echoes throughout the foyer. A small thing compared to the storm raging outside, it rings above it nevertheless, causing us all to stop and turn. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Also, when I was talking about her fake boobs, I was not talking about the CG version, but this perspective is not helping. So... Any of you guys ever play Omori? I've already made an Omori joke about one character death in this game, so surely I can make a second one. Surely I can make a second one. At the top of the staircase, Hannah Wright stands. The weaker weather's worse, the things behind her are menacing, her rotten hands wrapped firmly around her neck. She looks like death. Pale and shaky, eyes red with tears, we nearly don't hear her as she pleads.
Help me. Please.
Outside, another streak of lightning flashes and a clap of thunder ripples across the sky. As if this whole thing can't get any more foobar than it already is. And that's great, as if this thing can't get any more. What is foobar? What does foobar mean? Oh, fucked up beyond all recognition. Ah, I see. What? What do you mean? 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 This is where Ashton's chapter and no, you cannot do that to me. No, you cannot do that to me. You cannot make me sit through it way too long of freaking yapping and then it finally gets good and they just know about it. That makes me so angry. That makes me so angry. That makes me so angry. Oh, I don't want to play as Luke. I hate Luke. Wow. I was so done. Look at this asshole. You really want to play this relationship with Ashton? You really want to play as this asshole? Really? Really? What day are we on? Oh no, whatever. The state that I'm scared of what's happening is a gross understatement. Sure of any sort is the last thing I want to get home to after a long day at work and a trip to the bar. And when I see Hannah near prostrate, I can only feel dread. She twitches and seizes, body wounding cold tight before trashing, shuddering and shaking. Like a woman possessed, her mouth falls open and her eyes roll up to the back of her head. It has the hallmark signs of a seizure. The symptoms are similar enough. Acknowledge, the fact that I know this only makes me feel worse. Any anger I had caused by our disagreement on parting ways, no matter how temporary she claimed it to be, disappeared. The all-induced daze that I felt was brushed aside as her friends to help her. Oh, I guess we're continuing from the scene we were at before. I thought they would do more with Luke's perspective, but I guess they don't. Be giving an immersion right there, I know it. Of course he's freaking drunk, I'm not even surprised. None of that mattered at the moment. But to hold her close is all I can do while she trashes about. I know this is wrong, that I'm not supposed to hold her down, yet I do out of instinct, her reflex even. I'm terrified of hurting her, but I see no other way to keep Hannah from hurting herself. It takes a lot to keep myself from running off to get help when she needs me here. And it takes everything I have to keep myself intact. When she says my name, I realize that the seizures have stopped, but that doesn't make the dread go away.
Please.
What happened here? Who did this to you?
I don't know. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, I know what this is. I know when this happened. We're not continuing from where we just were. We're continuing from the end of Hannah's chapter where she almost got possessed by a ghost. But I succeeded the quick time, so she just barely escaped it. That song description is so not fit for him, I know, right? It's very, I'm getting whiplash from it. The sight of her tear-streaked face is not to twist the knife in. It does not help that I'm as lost as she is right now, and all I can say is...
Shh, it's alright. You're safe now, Hannah. You're safe now.
It takes a bit to go through the house with my inebriated self. That's made it even worse by the fact that I had to carry a nearly unconscious person as well. I was about to give up too until Shotgun shows up to lighten the load. He quietly takes her from me without question and brings her up to the bedroom. And me... Well, I couldn't bring myself to follow, not right now. Not when I'm drunk or battled by what has transpired. It's a miracle I was able to help at all. So here I am, sulking in a parlor chair with a glass of wine in my hand. I can't even remember what particular finish it is, and I practically did not care right
Because
now.
when you're already drunk and still have problems, even more alcohol should help.
You're such a fucking... This entire chapter is just gonna be me insulting this guy, because that's fair. Of course, the butler chooses now to appear and be unhelpful.
You know what actually solves all problems? Death. But it is not recommended.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna get to see more of this guy's actual personality now, and the fact that he's just straight up a fucking murderer. My inebriated self cracked me up so much, bro, speaking like a but literature Grand Prix, but he was drunk. Wow, okay, Eureka. Oh, if only it was actually Eureka, that would be a more enticing villain.
Alcohol isn't a true solution either.
It's worked well enough for me.
I like to believe that I get my best ideas when I'm thoroughly hammered. Not everyone might agree, but they can't really do anything about it, can they? With fucked enough money comes great power, sometimes responsibility. Okay, Spider-Man. After responsibility comes a lot of reasons to get drunk. Of course, I can just tell responsibility to start off if I was feeling reckless. And Christ, I must really be drunk if I'm thinking in circles. I see something to focus on and I should be fine.
How is she? Is she alright?
I'd be alright. If panic crept into my voice with question, I don't let it show. It would be a show of weakness to be so frazzled to show as much concern for a woman who's going to put me aside. People like him will work for me, I trust with business, not with myself, never with that. Only Hannah has come so close, but only she has truly seen the man beneath the facade. Only her actions can wound me so.
Sleeping. Aside from a few bumps and bruises, she seems to be fine. A maid is watching over her for now. It is best not to leave her alone.
It's not even comparable. Yurika's a good person in my eyes, but the cold nihilism all of a sudden sent me. It's not even nihilism. He's just, I don't know, freaking assassin or something. I don't know, hitman, maybe. I don't know. He's just a murderer. It's not even nihilism. He's just a murderer.
But if I may ask, what happened? I was in the gardens when I heard screaming. Did you...
No, it wasn't me.
I'm quick to be on the defensive. I may be capable of a lot of horrible things, but I would never harm her. Of all people, no matter how angry I might become. I would never lay a hand on her to hurt her.
I didn't do anything. I wouldn't do anything like that. I don't even have a reason to.
You're right, this game is so good. Yeah, my bad for assuming that was deeper than it was. I was certain there was writing time happening here. No, there isn't. No, there isn't. There really isn't.
You don't consider her wanting to be a part as reason?
It isn't. Well, it is. I don't want to talk about it right now. But what happens was I got home. She was seasoned in the kitchens. Is she ill?
Not that kind of doctor. But I've already scheduled your physician for a house call tomorrow morning. We'll still have to monitor her as soon as she wakes up and...
Oh god, things are coming back to me. I need a drink.
Really? You're still drinking?
Why, yes, it seems to be the bloody best time to be drinking. I'm allowed, aren't I? After all, I've just found my wife having a seizure, and I shouldn't give two shits about it. Not when she's about to leave me.
But I do. Goodness, I do. A big generous gulp just makes it so that it tastes of cherries, raspberries, and strawberries. Oh, and I just got an achievement for being drunk. Watch over my tongue. Nothing too sweet considering its deceptively earthy aroma. A Felton's Vineyard, seasoned red, isn't really something to scoff at. I've had many good memories with this particular drink. In case the alcoholism wasn't clear yet, it's becoming clear now. This particular bottle, in fact, was a gift. It serves the purpose Lady Bullhairnot has given me for to forget. All the same, whether I took this bottle or a Pinot... I definitely know how to pronounce French things, guys. Pinot Noir. it's just a means to an end. I'll probably have to finish the whole bottle to get drunker than I already
But
am.
no, she doesn't need to be taken care of. If she wants her time apart, she'll have it.
It'd break my heart to just let her go, but she deserves as much, doesn't she? We both deserve as much. I'd be a hypocrite if I don't let her go. Besides, Daisy would be laugh her arse off or be filled with horrible pity if she knew. I was supposed to let someone else define me, and if I refused to let her go, I'd be forcing myself to define her.
She's had her uses.
You were correct, it was a good pronunciation. Thank you, I'm trying. She's done a lot for me in the 7 years we've been together. I pursued her at first for the money. It was supposed to be strictly business. There might have been a time too when I considered taking her out of the picture so that I can do with the money as I pleased. I'd planned to manipulate her and I feel horrible thinking about it. But along the way, I had changed, if only for her. Perhaps my father would scoff, tell me I've gone soft. I'm gonna tell my father about this. Maybe I have. Doesn't matter. 7 long years. It had its ups and downs, and it certainly haven't been a perfect marriage. We both had our fights, who hasn't? But in the small moments where I could just laugh on, be our happy selves were always magical. They made all these years worth it, and I had seen many more years to come. So where did I go wrong? I've loved only 2 women in my life. Mother dear, bless her soul, and Hannah, who has been my sunshine for so long. Losing her, I feared that I might become more like my father. Had Damien the right stay with my mother or any of the other numerous women he's had child with, would he have been less of an embittered shell of a man? Would having a darling love in his life made him a better person? Perhaps it is bias of me to doubt so. I don't think I can ever see the old man in a favorable light. Of course he has daddy issues. Are we in shock?
I'm just surprised that you're not afraid. She might be leaving with delicate information.
Oh, she might know something. But if she hasn't done anything with the knowledge for this long, I don't think she would do anything now. If she had even an inkling of what I've done, what I'm capable of, she'll know it's not a good idea. Hana's a smart woman.
Smart, kind, hardworking, generous, loyal. I can go and wax poetic about her if I had any talent for the stuff.
Why don't you sit down and have a drink with me? Don't worry, it's not poisoned or anything.
Lonely? Oh, I suppose there's no harm.
With a shake of my head, I procure another glass and pour some of the red wine. Watching the red liquid is fascinating all on its own in my muddled brain, and I barely noticed sloshing some of it and staining my suit. It'll be an utter bugger to clean, and I'm so glad it isn't my problem. Handing it over, I can't help but look at the ceiling and let out a sigh. My eyes damp, glaze over, I won't let it go further than that. Raising my own glass for a toast, I clear my throat.
Do we really need a reason to? The world is messed up. War, terrorism, famine, poverty, loved ones and love lost. The world is a cesspool.
You are a rich white guy. You have no reason to be. We live in a society right now.
Might as well be drunk if we're going to drown in it.
A bit less eloquent than your usual speeches, but zum Wohl.
A sip, a gulp, a refill, rinse and repeat until the bottle of Fountain has barely a fifth left. I must have drunk most of it because I barely see Shrocken take a sip after his first glass. It certainly feels that way. I don't even think I can stand up, let alone walk. I'm all legless. My mind just feels so funny and everything else is equally hilarious. Bloody hell, I think I can make out the face of a bald man on the wallpapers with the butler also standing up. He looks like a skyscraper from where I'm seated.
Jesus Christ, I have Sasquatch as a butler.
I have a great alcohol tolerance, so does seeing how I'm giggling wreck right now. I assume really bad. If there's any sober part left to me, I'd probably shrivel up and die just thinking of the hangover that'll come in the morning. But I can't help but get distracted at the sight of moonlight peeking through the curtains, shiny and shimmery and absolutely splendid. If the night brought calm, it is the moon that does origin me so. It is the second summer just as beautiful as my
I
sunshine.
want to go out and look at the moon. Mummy, I can't feel my legs.
Mummy!
Mutter, I am not. Don't tell me I have to carry you upstairs to bed.
I didn't even do nothing. I did my best to behave decent. Whiskey and Mint are just good friends, that's all. And that Rochelle woman's baby isn't mine.
not whiskey and mints. So to give you some context, Omni, you remember Marianne, the lesbian who I said was trying very hard to, you know, to combat, to be straight, to hide her feelings in the closet even further. She chose to do that with Luke, right? And that's why he's saying Mince. That's his nickname for her. They almost boned. I stopped it from happening because no. I couldn't unsee the Draco Malfoy. I blame you. It's not me. It's not my fault. I think anyone playing this game would call him Luke Draco Malfoy. It's not me. I think it's just true. Sometimes it's not what someone sees. Sometimes it's just the truth. That's messed up.
I swear,
yeah, he's also married. Yeah,
love any other woman than Hana.
Sure you don't, buddy. You don't love them, but you sure do flirt with them.
Miss Pink is right.
Miss Pink is Rebecca, by the way.
I don't know how she can even put up with me. She deserves far better than me. But
remember what I said about him never referring to a woman by their actual name? This is just the best example of it. He is allergic to referring to people by name.
Hana must be so tired. I'm a brat, aren't I?
Except for Hannah, but you know, that's his wife.
I don't want Hana to leave me, Joe.
Joe.
Oh god, she's the love of my life, you know? I'm a shy human being without her. I should... Flowers. Lots and lots of flowers.
Flowers don't fix your problems, dude.
All of the flowers. Enough to make the Queen's Gardens look like a fucking dumpster fire in comparison.
Flowers don't fix your problems.
All well and good, but you are not achieving any of that while you are lying on the carpet. Now, if you can lift your skinny ass and work with me. 1, 2, 3.
This is so not how bilingual people talk. This game does not know how bilingual people talk.
But I don't want to go to bed. The moon is so pretty tonight.
I would... if Luke wasn't as shitty as he is, I would be making jokes that he's better off with his butler right now.
I should just let you sleep on the ground, Bratwurst.
You should. Alright, I should read his profile now that I have it unlocked. Look at his stupid ass face. Lucio Mitchell, look right. He's born August 2nd, Leo, 31 years old. He's 5'8". He's short. He's short. President and CEO, nationality British, religion atheist. Education, high school dropout, privately tutored. Of course he has 0 education. For reference, his wife is actually hella smart. Like, she has a master's in business administration, major in accounting. Like, she is actually clever. He is just a bum. Nice bread pudding, dogs, wine, absinthe, piano playing, daffodils, money, women, and power. A prostitute's son, he spent his childhood roaming the streets, begging and pickpocketing in order to avoid home. Homeman's a too-drunk mother and her equally drunk clients, some of whom would take the beating the child out of anger if he so much as looked at them. Of course he had a bad childhood. I hate that this game at least understands that bad characters come from bad places. That meant he always was in trouble in one form or another. Nothing was done to correct it until in a summer moment his mother found out about the abuse and promised to take better care of her son. Luke was happy for a while, but his mother's bad habit led to an earlier grave and left him orphaned until his biological father, a businessman with no legitimate heir, sought him out. He was trained to inherit the right enterprise, but along the way got mixed up with illegal activities that put the company in a bad spot after his assistant ran off with a large sum of dirty money. Bankruptcy had been inevitable if he hadn't married Hannah. Thank you, that's my height. That's the thing, Omni. It is also my height. I too am 5'8", and I too am 173 centimeters. Listen. But I am female. So if a man is this height, I get to call him short for it. Normally I wouldn't, but since Luke is a bitch and I want to take every insult I can get, I'm going to call him short. To be fair, that's usually the case in anime, bad bilingual stuff. I mean, yeah, but in this game, because the accent is also so terrible and just the writing is terrible, it stands out even more.
Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty face from day to day.
What is this voice acting?
Come on, Mummy, wake up! I want to be in that play.
You know what the worst part is about this game? The voice acting is so bad. But the problem is, I know it's not the voice actors being bad. Like, this game is... I was so shocked when I looked at this game's voice actor page, and I realized, oh god, these are all voice actors I know and they really like in other roles. Like, these are such capable people. Like, they didn't hire amateur voice actors for this. The voice actors are like actually good. It's just that the voice direction for this game, the way it's coming from the game. The voice actors are not the problem. It's the game direction that's just like it's just, I don't even know what to say about it.
Mummy, wake up! You promised that you'd help me practice my lines today. The auditions are tomorrow, so I have to practice. The last syllables of recorded time, and all our yesterdays have lighted fools. The way to Dusty. Mummy, are you...
I choke back a scream and wake up in a cold sweat. With my heart pounding in my ears, it takes a while to remember where I am. In the dark and cold of the room, one can fault me for feeling ill at ease. It is as bright as in the penthouse, and the renovation did little to change how old it feels. You've been here for less than a week, it'll take a bit more time to adjust. I start to feel cozy though when I'm bloody freezing. Touching the lump of fabric next to me, I sigh.
It's cold. Don't hug the sheets, Hannah.
Oh, Hannah is not here anymore. That's not Hannah, is it? She always did this, though it hardly bothers me. Growing up, I was lucky to have something to use as a mattress. I'm not the one who grew up accustomed to Egyptian cotton with a thread count of 800. Besides, the warmth that had exuded on her own is usually enough to keep me sleeping through the night. Temperature tonight must be something else now chillier than right now. It's like they had all the possible ingredients to make a good or even great game, but they had no idea or the skills how to put it together in a decent way. Yet, exactly, like, this game is not made, like, without a budget either. Like, you can tell by the fact that the things are animated that this is not a game made by one person in the bedroom. Like, there were ingredients for greatness here. And while they did cook, they did not cook up something I would ever describe as good. Like, it's enjoyable, it's really funny, but to call this game good, it is not. The CG, I feel like the eyes are almost so don't. I've just gotten too used to it, not gonna lie. I must be considerate after all the poor dear is ill, though I loathe to think about what that just inspired.
Don't make me pull those sheets
Oh
off
wait,
you.
no, never mind, she was
Blanket
ill,
is
so
large
she
enough to
is actually
cover
in the
an
bedroom
elephant.
tonight.
You need to share.
It takes a while.
What was that, honey? Apologies. I'm just in the loo, so if you can give me a moment.
Oh, never mind, it in fact isn't Hannah. I was right. There's no sign that they'll be moving where they lie. With care, I go for a knife hidden under the side of my bed. It would be foolish of me to investigate anything while I'm unarmed after all. To pull back the covers would be a bit more difficult affair, because reaching out to uncover a woods underneath, I was prepared for anything and assumed the worst. If I so much as see the muzzle of a gun, there's going to be murder tonight. I don't say not to bring a knife to a gunfight, but I think I can sink a blade in his liver faster than he can point and aim. I see the rise and fall of the sheets, so it could easily be mistaken as the fall of the breeze. I hear their breathing. A great sense of foreboding comes over me, making me hesitate with my plan. I should just get Hannah and myself out of here, not look back and let security handle it. That's what they're for. Or maybe I should just man up. There's no way I'm risking the chance that an action will put Hannah in danger. What's the worst that could happen, right? I've got no reason to be afraid. There's no boogeyman under their bed, no monsters in my closet. If anything, these things should be afraid of me. Right? I carry a fistful of sheets and throw them aside. It's gonna be a jump scare. I know it. Huh. Nothing. Nothing but a bunch of pillows stare back at me. Must be my imagination, I'd rather not think I'm going mad. It could very well be his stress getting to me, all this drama with Hannah. I've been doing well all these years, all things considered. I guess I do have a breaking point. But still, the world goes on, even if one cannot, and I must go along with it. I suppose a day off or two when it hurt. Rest aside for a few hours of sleep will be welcome, more than. But I can't shake off the unease. I dare say that I feel afraid, irrationally so, that something will come creeping and crawling under the bed even as I lay down and close my eyes. Is it AI art for the CG? No, this game is old. This game is from like 2017. It's not AI art. Honestly, if this game came out more recent, I would think so, but no, this game is too old for that. And so, no. The odd dreams don't linger, thankfully, but with the morning comes another disturbance. But too loud and too sharp for my taste. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, this is the Zachary scene, isn't it? Not the one where he calls him the slur, but an equally bad one. And I have very fine tastes. When the piercing rings of a doorbell reaches even the bedroom, I am very much inclined to think the person who built this place lacks any sense of it. Perhaps the only good thing is that the ruckus has chased away the needling guilt from last night's commotion, if only temporarily. Still a bloody annoying distraction. I can already tell it's going to be a long day. It hasn't even started. For the wreck, at even less than another minute, I'm peeling myself on the bed and heading straight for the main door. There will be a murder today if this doesn't let up. How quaint it seems everything in this blasted universe is intent on getting in my nerves as of late.
Gordon Bennett! Only a Nancy would knock at such an ungodly hour!
It is. In the first place, I shouldn't be the one doing this. This is why I hired a valet, for fuck's sake.
Where's that damn butler when I need him?
I'll be honest, if only for today. With the mission is quiet at this hours of the morning, it's easy to believe those little ghost stories might be real. But the only horror here is how long Hannah's patience with me will last after the incident at the party. You hear the deafening silence or the biting chill spreading across every room in the place. There's no place for fear when another set of problems already burst at fuel. So I wait for another second. When no butler still answers my call, I simply yank the doors over myself, perhaps with more force than needed. And maybe I should be appropriately there, considering the person on the other side in the hour he dared to appear on my doorstep. Even someone with half the brain knows not to disturb anyone this early. Brief confusion quickly gives away to anger, and before the bloody photographer can even get a word in, I'm hurling venom at him. It's less than he deserves, really. Annie will disapprove, scolding me for treating the photographer with such disrespect if she hears me right now. She seems fond of him after all, despite meeting him only for twice. Yeah. So this game tries to set up Zachary and Hannah, aka the wife, as another ship. I do not like it. I do not like it. She was way too forward with him. Like, he was like not for going for someone who is married at all, and she went so hard on it. It was like borderline uncomfortable. Like, it was, would not be wrong to call it harassment. It was not good. This game is really terrible with most of its ships, not gonna lie. He's merely doing his job, she'll say. But she's not here, is she? What does she know?
You? How the hell did you get in here? What in seven hells do you want? It's bloody 6 in the morning!
Listen, sir, I know this is not a good time.
Oh, it's not a good time. Did you
I am so
check the
scared to
clock
Google what
before
that
coming
word
here?
means. I am so
bet you
scared to
didn't.
I'm so scared to Google what that word means. It's not a slur, but it's also not good. I'm not gonna be saying that. This is still my home. My rules also apply to this place as much as Hannah's do. As simple as that.
Unlike you, the ones living in this house need to sleep.
It just so happens it's also a person I will never take a liking to. No need for remorse.
Come back when people are actually awake, or I'll call security on you.
He continues shouting even as I slam the door in his face. Some nonsense about the news lately, though I don't understand most of it. However, with the doors closed, muffling the better part of it, and with no ears to listen, his tirade doesn't last too long. Eventually he leaves and silence once again fills the room as it should. In hindsight, maybe I should also guide for a psychiatric services. He certainly sounds mental just screaming like that. A suspicious man like him left roaming the immediate grounds. Nothing good can come of it. If his presence will indeed bring a problem, a sign of bad things to come, I'll probably know soon enough. Worst comes to worst, Rocco will take care of it if need be. It's what I'm paying him for. In the meantime, the bigger problem at hand, a hangover. Maybe I have some absinthe to temper it, dog hairs, or some wine to help me back to sleep. It's still early, one glass won't hurt. Okay, alcoholic. Oh yeah, I wouldn't get any bits of good romance in there then. Yeah, no, you wouldn't. Or two, whatever the case, I need to think whatever that will lead me to. It's nothing. Everything leads to nothing. I swear this pounding headache as if my mind will burst at any time and leak out of my ears. My vision swims in and out of you. My stomach threatens rebellion with plans of making me throw up a little food I've taken in with how my mouth feels, like it's filled with cotton. One would think that the fact that I'm hungover would make me the grumpiest person in the room, but as it is, my eyes hover over to Hannah who is stirring sugar into her tea and scowling down at it. All balls if it has just murdered a baby in front of her. I've half the mind to bemoan my current state and make a fool of myself just to make her smile, and I'm rather good at bemoaning. Not that I would admit that. Why, I'm already adopting the posture of a whiny teenager as we speak, slouched forward with my cheek on the table.
Oh, I'm dying! Oh God, I'm dying! Hannah! Johan's, call an ambulance, please!
So anyways, here's the fake ass boobs I was talking about. What is this figure? Seriously.
Let it be known that I leave all my belongings to Hannah Right Knee Evans. Everything but 30,000 quid. But oh, I see a bright light. I see a farm. Mother dearest, is that you? Little Lucille is on his way home. I'm so sorry, but I must leave you, Hannah. Cover my face. Your eyes dazzle. I die young.
You know, I called Ashton cringe, but this guy's just on a whole nother level. He defeats the concept of cringe and rises above it. It's just, I don't even know what to say. That much I can manage through the hangover, a thing entirely of my fault considering I've twice drunk the night before. Another thing I will never admit, really, it's a miracle I haven't accrued alcohol poisoning yet.
Oh, stop being so melodramatic, Luke. Besides, you never lived in a farm. You hate farms.
It's only normal, it's even cringe. He is mental and needs therapy. It's not even cringe. Yeah, it's just, this character is just so exhausting.
We are not bringing you to the hospital for a hangover. Really. One would think you'd be used to it by now with how stubborn you are about your drinks. Dare I ask what the 30,000 quid is for, though?
It was a small smile from her for a moment, but the pinched look on her face returns quickly enough.
He lost a bet with Robert and Elise after a night of drinking at the Crawl. 10,000 each, and another 10 to me.
That sneer that makes its way on my face doesn't hold as much heat as it usually does. It's just a bit of friendly ribbing. I still wish he wouldn't tattle. Of course, it was my fault for mentioning the money. It was like anyone would notice 30 grand missing from millions, though. It's how much I spend on a normal weekend.
Oh, must you be such a teacher's pet? I told you not to talk about it.
Thank you for the stream, because I'm heading to bed now. See you at D&D. You were still here. I didn't know you were still here, Sarah here. But yes, have a good sleep. Good night. I'm so cooked. You'll be fine.
I'm having second thoughts about moving to the penthouse. If this is what you do when I'm not looking.
I've almost forgotten about that little arrangement too. Shame. Hopefully that's not the reason why she's so intent on glaring at the table until his varnish peels off. The alternative would be sobering.
It was that one time. I'm not a child in need of minding or mother hens. As much as I'd love for you to stay, you said you need some time to yourself. Don't let the fact that I lost a bet once make you think I have to be supervised.
It wasn't. I'm just worried about you, Luke. I'd be less so if you actually sat up.
Why are you worried about me? I'm more concerned about what your doctor told you. How did the house call go?
I didn't want to intrude her privacy when the doctor arrived, a ridiculous sentiment considering I'm still her husband. But it wasn't like I could have done any good being there, what with nursing a hangover and all. A part of me feared that what would be said, and not to mention I trust Hannah would tell me if it's something serious. Of course, it probably is something bad, and I would be a fool to hope otherwise. I wonder having a seizure, for goodness sake. I should have rushed her to the hospital as soon as she awoke, but it was her insistence that kept me at bay. A cup of tea finds itself in my hands, an attempt to appease me, no doubt. But I hadn't bothered to drink, let alone look up. If anything, I just pressed my forehead on the table to hide my childish pout on my lips. Not that it is any better.
It was fine. The physician took some of my blood, and he scheduled me for a few lab tests tomorrow morning. I've already called for a driver and attendant to accompany me, so there's no need for you to worry.
And what? You'll just be leaving me behind then? And I don't think you should be going anywhere alone.
You hate hospitals even more than you hate farms, Luke. And Kylie's coming for your play date tomorrow, remember?
That's his niece, by the way. Who is actually semi-decent to, weirdly enough. But I don't like the niece itself. Like, she's... If you think this game's art style is bad, if you think this game's writing is bad, just wait until you see how they write children. It's not good. Kylie is just... she exists.
Relax. I'm taking Johans with me if it makes you feel better.
Herr Dr. Hobbs asked that I keep her under observation for the time being. Naturally, I'll be reporting my findings at the hospital.
Sitting up, I run a finger over the rim of my teacup and mull it over. I do hate the bloody place. The hiring shotgun would have been enough for me to avoid the place. Apparently not. Bloody doctors, bloody sick people. I don't want to catch anything contagious. I can even tell crying people to shut up if they get too annoying, respecting their grief my arse. Save for a life and death situation, I'd rather avoid the mass graveyard that hid beneath the sterile air and white towels.
I guess you two can go without me. But I can't believe how naturally you two conspire behind my back.
Oh, hell yeah.
Don't expect my help if those bloody doctors bleed you two dry. Vampires, every single one of them. Not as bad as lawyers and politicians, but close enough.
Says the millionaire.
You do know Carly will be upset when she finds out you're not here tomorrow. Again.
She'll be happy enough to spend time with her fairy godfather, I'm sure. You're a good role model for her, despite your whining.
No matter how many times Hannah claims that whining is unbecoming of me, I never listen. It's not like anyone that matters is here to judge. Well, it's not like anyone else actually matters. I'll whine if I bloody well want to, and I'll be no lesser because of it. Of course, I will not tolerate another person's whining. Except perhaps for Hannah, but she rarely ever does that. Even right now, I can see a look of pain pass her face and her hand goes to her stomach. If she keeps quiet, not bringing it up or complaining. What should I do? Let's respect her decision. Let's ask if she's alright.
Should we be concerned? Maybe we should bring you to the hospital now.
Oh wait, I forgot that I wanted them to break up. But like, I don't want to be mean to Hannah. Hannah is kind of sucky, but she's not nearly as sucky as her husband. She deserves better. I don't want to make her be mean. They can be mean to her.
I just feel a little queasy, that's all. A bit more tea in me, maybe some more sleep, and I'll be right as rain.
I spend a lot of time around people who lie for a living, and I can't help but feel that there's more to it than that. Maybe it is just as she says, and I'm overthinking it. But I trust Hannah will fess up before things can get any worse. That was definitely not grammatically correct, but who cares? She's never really lied to me before, nothing big at least.
If you're sure, I'm just worried. You'll tell me if anything is wrong, right? You do know you can still trust me. That I do still care about you?
I know that. I'm just going to be moving out soon. Even if it is for a short while, you won't always be there for me.
I feel like this game is redefining the benchmark of what considers good or bad character. Yeah, like really, like the bar is so low. The bar is so low. Like literally the only character in this game I would consider actually a decent character by any standards at all is Zachary. Like literally any of these other characters are so garbage. Like, they feel good by comparison to Luke, because Luke is just absolute dog shit in every way. But they are not good characters. They are not good characters.
Did you finish packing before you... I understand if you haven't, and I won't blame you if you've changed your mind after what happened. You can stay until you feel better.
I'm still moving. It isn't like you can't visit to check up on me. Although that does somewhat defeat the point. Luke, I'm a big girl. I'm going to get a checkup tomorrow, take whatever pills they tell me to get, and get over it. You really don't need to worry.
Oh, I do so hate those words. I hide my scowl by taking a sip of the tea, finding the urge to hurl the cup at the wall. I'm fine, she says, a lie. Apparently the sour disposition I have, one not entirely bored from my hangover, is still obvious. Without saying a word, Hannah puts her hand on mine and squeezes it tight. Her hands are cold and clammy, her grip is weak. I can see the small tremors that run along her shoulders and the pins of her cheeks. She is yet to recover from what happened to her. She is not fine, and I am not either.
Fine. I don't need to like it, but fine.
I don't think either of us really like it. But I do think it is for the best.
Perhaps we should bring you back to bed. The sooner you are off your feet, the better.
Is that some sort of roundabout way of saying that you want to sweep me off my feet and take me to bed? This isn't our honeymoon. I need rest, mister.
I am aware that this is the farthest thing from our honeymoon. This isn't how things are supposed to be. Hannah isn't supposed to leave, and I'm not supposed to let her. And if she ever did leave, it's supposed to be on my terms. Everything is going wrong, but I respect her enough to let her have her space, as she still puts it. If divorce is brought up, however, well, that's another matter entirely.
Really now, you shouldn't have gotten up in the first place. Breakfast in bed exists for a reason. Come on then, back to bed you go.
Are you going to carry me to bed then?
You're far too heavy for that. Johans could carry you, if you'd like.
The bar is so low. The bar is so low.
Can you blame me if I enjoy food too much? I can walk, thank you very much.
I don't see a word as she clutches my arm to steady herself. There's no protest, so she used me as a clutch while going up the stairs, but that's as far as I want to go. Judging by the light blush on Hannah's face, she's gotten self-conscious about it too.
Johans, look after her, and you stay in bed. I just need to go out.
I'll have plenty of time to be lonely in the mansion by myself when Hannah moves out. For now, I can go and stretch my legs, fresh air and all that. Breathe. Gray skies zoom over the horizons, though the sun fights for every precious minute it gets to stay. It'll rain again soon, with the wind bringing along the gloomy clouds normal to Luxburn. Bringing along the gloomy clouds normal to Luxburn. Until then, it doesn't hurt to be out here for fresh air and sunshine. I am reading some Steam reviews and I am astonished at the number of people praising the part we make fun of. They genuinely believe the art writing is great. I mean, here's the thing. By the standards of like mobile doo-doo games, this game is good. But by the standards of me being someone who genuinely enjoys visual novels and plays many of them, it is not good at all. But by the standards of people that only play like, I don't freaking know, like, what's a good example of a bad mobile game? I don't really know. But like, by the standards of people that only play like, you know, the type of games you see in freaking random ass advertisements, sponsorship segments, that type of shit. By that standard, this game is good. But you know, that's a whole different category. So, eh. I walk through the gardens, what little of it there is in the moment anyway, and kneel by the daffodils. These were the first to be brought here and planted on my request, and if nothing else, they brought in a sense of peace. They were my mother's favorites. Closing my eyes, I lift my chin up to welcome the light that shines upon me. And for a minute, I could imagine myself as one of the flowers, peaceful, blooming and all, too happy to stand in its warmth. Life would be so much easier if we were all like flowers one day. But I didn't step out here to get philosophical. I have problems much more practical to figure out the meaning of life after all. So many things have gone on these past few days. And I want to forget about them even just for a moment.
It's almost All Saints, isn't it? To think I've almost forgotten.
You're kind of mind-blowing me, not gonna lie, but why? I don't think my take was anything special, it's just, you know. I speak the words absent-mindedly. The date means nothing to me, and so as I neither worship your religion nor have any graves to visit. After all, Mother was never given a proper burial. It was a mobile before Steam, so that explains the feel. I didn't know that. I know it's on mobile, but I thought it would be a later port. I thought it was like ported afterwards, not originally on it. That actually does explain some things, not gonna lie. I can remember how the flames licked at her flesh, how it consumed her body until there was nothing left but ash. I stood there watching with the operator and the social service worker, but I could have been alone for all I cared. I felt alone. It was the most that could be done. No one would attend the funeral of a dead prostitute, let alone pay for it. All left with her, proof she had lived, is her name written on the ledger of the exposed cemetery, a lighter, and me. Pulling out the lighter from my jacket, I can't stop myself from flicking it over to stare at the flame and to run my thumb over her name. All in all, it isn't much, but it's something. And it'll be wrong of me not to make something of myself when she would have given everything to make sure I can become anything I want to be.
Feels like I'm stuck in a nightmare right now.
Maybe I'm wrong, I just came through some info because I was curious and it came after. I don't know. I don't know for sure either. All I know is that it is both. It's both on Steam and a mobile game.
What I would give to have you here by my side, Mother dear. To see you smiling at me. Alive and as beautiful as ever. I'm afraid I'm starting to forget what your face looks like. I've already forgotten the shade of your hair.
Eleanor Chandler was a wonderful woman, though not everyone would have agreed. Not everyone had seen her past occupation, past her vices, but have seen past her occupation, past her vices and her illness. Odessa was a poor woman who sold her body to make ends meet, and had a bastard son because of it. I didn't see the mother who worked hard to put food on the table for me, the woman who gave and gave and gave to me while expecting nothing in return. She taught me the merits of hard work, but though I loved her so, I worked hard for myself. I would not be so foolish, so selfless towards people who would never give back. I learned that from the father who plucked me out of the orphanage for his own selfish gain. I pocket the lighter before I can feel the urge to actually set anything ablaze. Considering my close proximity to the flowers, they would most likely be a victim of arson. Just the thought of itself is blasphemous. Imagine field-botting in my chat. Nevertheless, it doesn't save themselves from being picked. It's just enough to make a bouquet of the things in honor of Eleanor.
Would you be proud of me if you saw me now, Mother? Maybe. You're always so forgiving. No matter what trouble I got into, more than I deserved. Especially now.
It's been a while since I've talked to my mother like this. I've thinking of both my dear parents far too much as of late when I shouldn't. I have a future to look towards and the present to take care of. These memories of the past have given me nothing but grief. Life of the Seal Mitchell Chandler should be nothing but a footnote in Luke Wright's non-existent biography. It's because of Hannah, isn't it? I heard that she is also much like Mother, that it scares me, and the thought that I'm turning into my father is even more so. Not the flower. But even if history is so set to repeat itself, I'm not a child anymore, content to sit aside and able to do anything to help but to experience to think that the worst won't happen. I have money to buy the best medicines and doctors if need be. She'll get better, she has to. Once we get over this little bump in the road, I can stop worrying all will be right with the world. Unfortunately, my time alone is also cut short though.
I think those flowers look beautiful, my lord. The parlor, the room where the lady stays for her tea, it could certainly use some.
The place is not familiar though, I'm really not one to remember such things. So this is the ghost. I have never seen the ghost look this human before though. That's very interesting. I mean, I already knew that the ghost was like not showing itself to Luke, at least not in the way it does to others. And it like is attached to him and is like fond of him. But yeah, this is new. Going by her attire, I would say she's one of the housekeepers. Strange considering I've sent all of the staff but Johanna's away. And her face, as pretty as it is unfamiliar to me. It would be a lie if I said it didn't set me on edge. Most would say I care little for my employees. That isn't entirely untrue. I would like to think I know the people who work for me, especially those who would roam my home even if it's just a face and a name. Besides, I would remember a beauty such as her. Who is this? If she is someone impersonating a household staff to get in, she's doing a bad job of it.
Didn't you get the memo? Are you new? Today is a day off. You aren't supposed to be here.
I expect poor excuses and apologies the likes of her often give, but she merely smiles.
Oh, no. I've been a servant here since you first came.
And I see no signs of lying nor hear it in her words, yet they can't be true. When I find it, I feel like I can relax. She's that sort of smile that makes own kindness shine through without words or action. It reaches her eyes, filling them with a strange sort of mirth, as if she's just thought of something funny. Perhaps had it been any other person, I would have interpreted it as a deceitful grin, but the curve of her lips and the shine of her eyes are too soft to hold any malice. She takes my silence as a sign that she can continue. It's not like I feel any urgency to stop her. I'm not really in the mood for company. But I'm not at first wood at the moment either. Entertaining a beauty like her, even for a little while, wouldn't hurt. Now she proves easy to listen to despite how oddly she speaks.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I shouldn't have bothered you. Look at me, talking to the master of the house without even asking for permission. What will the others think? If you'll excuse me, I'll just...
I haven't driven you away yet, have I? And it's your day off. I don't see why we can't chat a bit.
Of course. If that is what you wish. As long as it does not get you into trouble with the lady. To even take time for someone as lowly as me. No wonder that everyone under the mansion's employ is so fond of you.
I'm still betting on the ghost love ending, maybe, but I'm not a fan of the cheating on the wife thing. Like, he does not deserve a happy ending, especially not at the cost of his slightly better wife. But if Luke's intuition stat is high enough, I don't know. I mean, here's the thing, he does not know that there's a ghost around. Even if he had the intuition, people would not be able to tell that someone is Genosha when they do not know that Gnos exists. So, you know, it's more of a he doesn't know, so he can't realize it kind of thing. Is cheating on someone the norm in his game? Yeah, basically. My benchmark is already that low, that's the only stream I saw. I mean, the only solidified couple in this game is Luke and Hannah, and they are terrible. Actually, no, that's not true. No, that's not true. I forgot that Johannes and his never shown on screen husband are a thing. they are fine. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. I lied again. There's also the police chief and his wife, but his wife claims to have been impregnated by Luke. So, you know, actually, never mind. The standard is in hell. The standard is in hell. Literally the only solidified couple in this game that is not under any kind of like marital problems or even like unmarried and has relationship problems. Literally the only couple is freaking Johannes and his mentioned on screen but never actually shown husband. Oh no.
Though it should have no longer been a surprise to me. You have always been such a kind and loving lord.
Has he been though? I have to stop myself from calling her out on her shite. It's almost as if she's talking about an entirely different man. No matter how big my ego gets, I know for a fact that I'm hardly running for the Best Boss of the Year award. The only reason most of my staff stay is because of a decent compensation. I'm not cheap. If she wants to lay it on thick, I'll allow it. Who wouldn't want a beautiful woman complimenting them?
I'm sure she'll be fine with this. We are just talking after all. Unless you had other things on your mind when you approached me.
I hate that he sounds interested. I first leave my mouth before I even realize what I've said. I panic a bit. Though I could get away with picking up women out of the city, some even out the country, I've always taken care not to do so in my home or in my business. In other words, it'll be so easy for Hannah to find out about my infidelity throughout these channels. And yet you'd claim you love her, Though seriously, I still do not see what the big deal about it is. I just have an itch I need to scratch. That's disgusting, dude. I hate it. I hate it.
I know it must be amusing to see a girl flustered for a man of your stature. But please don't say such things, my lord.
She called him short. I don't like this either. Also, no, she did not fall for Luke. She fell for a weird past version of Luke that is maybe not like actual reincarnation of him. That was probably a better guy than Luke is. Going a yard age because everyone Luke's flirted or cheated with because she wants to be the only one for him. I mean, so I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. First of all, because some of the people got haunted by the ghost when they had never talked to Luke before. And also we knew from the little segment I saw from the girl that died, Rebecca, it seems like the reason she's so angry is because when they were like the past versions of them, or well, the other guy that looks like Luke, were together, it was like kind of taboo because, you know, it was medieval times, and she is presumably Japanese. She is East Asian at least, so you know she was a slave, so that's kind of yikes. Ah, yes, of course. Yes, I'm throwing random stuff as a lol. No, that's okay. I appreciate the theories. It's fun. It's fun.
I saw you alone and simply thought you could use some company.
Thankfully, I do got my lucky stars. It seems the woman takes it as a joke rather than the casual pass it was intended to be.
So how are you liking your work around the mansion? The place is wonderful, but I imagine the upkeep is ungodly with all the rooms and whatnot. I don't even want to think about how many people are on the staff roster.
Work is work, my lord. It is a way of living. A purpose from day to day. It is certainly far better than doing nothing or having no food to eat. The house itself is also beautiful. There's no lack of things to look at. I'm sure you've seen those books in the study. I can't read any of them yet, but if given the chance, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be thinking of those things.
I forgot that she's from a time where women couldn't read.
Especially when the rains, they might bring more work to us soon. It will definitely be much more difficult when it returns. Idling about is the least I should be doing.
I guess you can put it that way if you want to be brutally honest about the whole thing. And the rain shouldn't be a problem. Hopefully. Maybe.
If a little dreary, at least she doesn't beat around the bush. I like the honesty. Many would bemoan their status as a household staff, as a janitor, or other menial role, and believe themselves to be for greater things. And I would not begrudge the idea that one can always get better. But one shouldn't be so discontent with what they have either.
The rain is something I simply must get accustomed to, if I am to live here. I've not spent long in this place after all, but I have been told that it has rained in this nation since a mother's time, and their mother's time. There is little we can do about it. I am just glad to have time in the sun, even for a short while.
Isn't that the truth? Really, these sunny days have been welcome, though I can't imagine they'll last for long. Sometimes I just want to pack my things and leave for somewhere like, say, the Bahamas or whatnot. Get some sun and surf.
But certainly, you will return for us, won't you? This is your home, after all.
The uplifting music when Luke's speech is a choice. It's the music choice in this game is interesting sometimes. Like, the music isn't bad, it's just chosen interestingly.
Your people, they won't be pleased if the master of the house leaves.
Of course, I can't very well leave my businesses hanging here, can I? I just wish I could actually trust people enough to go on vacation without taking work with me. I've also got to get back here if I ever want proper meals. A proper pudding is something you'll never find out there.
The woman nods in understanding, and I must say that she makes for a fine listening ear. What she says next gives me pause, whether it was meant for me to hear it or not.
And good tea. From what the cook has been telling me, I've yet learned how to prepare one. Perhaps once I do, it would endear the lady of the house to me. I never expected her to be so unkind after what she did for me. Though it's only if one catches her in a foul mood. I wish I knew how to avoid her
so
anger.
the reason she's so mean to all of the other people, and especially Hannah, is because the old version of the lady of the house was not so great. Had her like I think she actually had her like burned on the stake or some shit like that. I highly doubt she means Hannah. This woman rarely has a mean bone in her body, and when she actually is nasty towards someone, it's usually deserving enough. Much like with that Rochelle woman. Hell, she even tolerates Harvey for me, even if she did admit that she doesn't quite like the man. She must mean the household maid, right? I even have to laugh at that. Now that I have room to speak, I don't deal with her myself anymore. True, even Johanna said a few choice words about the head hag. She's just been under her right employment when she was also head housemaid for my father. And if anyone's not going to get along with someone, it'll be that crotchety old woman. I don't even remember her name, but the woman has been this checked upstart bitch who took one look at me, her master's bastard son, and turned her nose up, as if she were better by the mere I am fucking up my reading again. I need to unlock him. Consequence of birth. That, and she absolutely loathes my very existence. Perhaps the rumor had been true. She had a miscarriage while bearing another one of dearest father's children, and she saw me as an obstacle to her being granted a better standing in life. I remember that much at least. The only reason I haven't sacked her yet is because of her competence. Also because working under my household makes her absolutely miserable. Her resignation almost made it impossible by her pride.
Nobody really gets along with that woman. I think everyone just tolerates her because of how old she is. I mean, not to be rude or awful or anything, but she's at the age where she'll be pushing daisies soon enough.
Is she? Really, my lord? I'm sure the lady is much younger than that.
I think the thought of tormenting the young and beautiful gives her reason to live.
It does seem that way. Though I feel sorry for her. One's life should not be wasted away on hatred and anger. It is never good for the heart or the head to always carry ill thoughts. But at the least, you are here for us. We are certainly so lucky to have a lord like you. The lady even more so. The gods smile down on her. Though, if I may be honest, she is to be envied.
If when I had my suspicions about her, she's just so easy to talk with that I've forgotten. I know who she is and if she's actually one of the household staff. And would explain why she should be so. Oh my god, what is going on with me? I need to. What the reading hard, words difficult. English language, terrifying. That would explain why she would so easily give obviously wrong statements about my character. Now if she's here for malicious reasons, she wouldn't have done more than to do small talk with me by now, wouldn't she? I have so many questions, perhaps curiosity will kill this guy.
It's strange that I've never seen you before. What's your name?
Not to be rude or off or anything. No, isn't that funny? Look, I know, right? He knows he's terrible, and yet he still has the nerve.
You do not remember?
I don't believe you've mentioned it, or am I missing something?
You still cannot comprehend it. Can you, my lord?
Her answer chips away at the good mood I'm starting to get into. I've every right to be angry at the cryptic response. She transcends subordination with her very presence alone. Instead of hurling vitriol at the woman, I take a deep breath. I do not want her mood ruined further than it already is. That's right now when I can let my temper take its course another time.
Whatever your name is, and no matter how long you've been working for us, that does not change the fact that you shouldn't be here. I'll call you a cab to bring you to the city if you want.
Shouldn't I? What if I do not wish to leave? I merely desire to stay by your side and serve. Is that such a deplorable thing?
Her gaze sends chills down my spine. It's so easy to see the devotion, the obsession in her eyes. Not the good sort either, as her scrutiny makes me feel like I'm laid bare. The offness of her presence is all the more palpable when the feeling of bugs crawling on my skin and the sounds that makes it seem as if the world has stopped. Any friendly atmosphere we might have got going for us is completely forgotten. Danger, a small part at the back of my mind screams, the part that's kept me alive all these years. And in hindsight, I'd be stupid not to take heed of it. But I've grown arrogant, complacent, and content behind the wealth and power.
Yes, it's a deplorable thing, as you said, because I'd like to be alone now. Thank you very much. If you didn't want the day off, you should have reported to your superior. This is utterly unprofessional of you, and I shall be issuing complaints. In fact, if you know it's good for you, you should start looking for another employer.
Isn't my threat that the smile on her face turns tight?
I see. It escapes you still. This is unfortunate. How despairing that this misery must go on. But maybe, if you come with me, I can help you. I can...
2 things. 1, don't say despairing around me. And 2, don't go with her. But she reaches out for me every go with a hiss.
How dare you lay your filthy hands on me without my permission? I am not going anywhere with you. Now step back and walk away before I have you forcibly removed.
Uh-oh. As if a switch has been flipped, the woman's expression turns horrific, although it may very well be the understatement of the century. Yeah, like I said, this is 100% the ghost. She herself turns horrific. Her presence is suffocating, bearing down on me. I'm rooted on the spot through no fault of my own as my fear paralyzes.
You are too much like that vile woman. Poisoned by her rotten influence and her filthy words. But that can be remedied now that you're here. Oh, how we have waited to welcome you home.
I think I'm starting to get a hint on Luke's intuition score. Like, his intuition is not even bad. That's the thing, his intuition is not bad. He noticed something was off. It's just that he doesn't act on it. Like, his intuition is fine. His logic is not.
Come, my lord. The house beckons.
When her fingers grasp the back of my coat, I finally find it means to break off into a run. I can still feel her eyes on me as I run back to the house, and I refuse to acknowledge it, let alone look back. All I need is to get away from her and make sure she stays away. That means acting like a coward and seeking out company to keep me safe. Nobody can tell me to do otherwise. Bravery isn't something to be lauded if it comes along with stupidity. It must have been a sight to see the usually composed and reserved Luke Wright bursting through the doors. Not have much of an audience unless there are other staff members who have chosen to disregard my orders for them to leave. Really, I still doubt that woman is one of the staff. Mustering up the courage, I look back through the windows to see if she followed me. She's gone, but I don't take any chances putting as much distance as I can between us. What time is it? Alright. Scuffing to sketch my brows, Johanna's sudden appearance really makes me jump out of my skin.
Don't fucking do that, you son of a bitch! If I had a gun, I would have shot you!
Yeah, that's fair.
If I had any love left for my mutter, I'd take offense. But what happened to you? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Funny wording. Oh, if only it were such an illusion, but I could still hear her sharp nails singing into my back. The feeling was too real for it to have been a ghost. Well, about that, Luke.
There was his housekeeper. I think, I'm not sure. In the gardens. She was acting odd and I thought to remove myself from the scene.
Strange. I made sure the rest of the staff had left and that the house was empty, as you requested. Describe this woman.
She had pale skin, dark eyes, and long dark hair. She wouldn't give me her name.
I half expect a name from him. The man knows his stuff better than I do, after all. But instead of an answer, he grows quiet. I'm pretty sure that's not a good thing. I'm even more worried when the other man looks me over. I have to protest when he pulls back my collar.
What in the bloody hell are you doing?
Checking for marks. Needle marks, to be exact. We don't have anyone like that among the staff. You could have easily been kidnapped.
Awkward feeling settles itself over me at the thought. I've long established my power over the more unsavory characters in Luxburn, or I thought I did. The most harm I thought that could come to me would be slander, robbery, or incarnation, kidnapping, an attempt on my own person. I forgot that I am human, as mortal as any other man despite my wealth and status.
Fortunately, you look unharmed. But I advise that you be accompanied by trusted individuals at all times from now on. If not me, an assigned guard. I'll be informing them of this soon, as they return from their day in the city.
Already, I could feel the energy leave me at the realization of what could have been.
All right. Yes, I suppose we should do that. But I think I'd like to call it a day. I should be safe in bed, yes?
I'll stand guard outside for the night. The madam has been inquiring about you, by the way.
A guard, any other threat than he alone would be enough to make me feel safe. But what I saw, whatever I saw, would one man be enough?
That's all well and good. But there's something else. That housekeeper. She.
Luke, you're home. I was worried about you.
The grin that I can muster is probably lopsided. First, I snap my mouth shut to keep myself from blabbering about witches and monsters, because here I am standing in the hallway, there's my pen lice and sweat dotting my forehead. A far cry from my usual pristine condition. I don't want to worry Hannah.
What happened to you? You look like you wrestled in the mud and moss, dear. And those flowers. Were you gardening?
What? Oh, these. I didn't realize I still had them.
I really did not, but they are still in my grip, the daffodils I had taken from the garden. In the wake of my flight, I refused to let go of them whether I was conscious or if they're conscious of it or not.
Shall I put them in a vase?
Don't throw them away. Listen, I don't want them to get back together, but I don't want to be mean to her, so we're giving them to Hannah. I'm sorry, I have to. I don't want them to be together, but... Perhaps I did it to save face, or maybe a small part of me really had plans to take them for her. But like a young man presenting flowers to a Valentine's, I awkwardly tossed a bouquet in Hannah's direction.
They're for you.
These are lovely, thank you. But aren't these?
The surprise is to be expected, and the open-ended question needs no interpretation. I've never given her daffodils before, especially not considering one. Especially not from ones that I consider mine.
They're for you. Don't make me think that kneeling around in the dirt was a waste of my time.
It's not. Just... Are you feeling alright? I hope whatever I have isn't contagious.
I'm not sick, Hannah. I just got them for you.
I feel like the flowers help in possessing her or something. Maybe. Actually, no, I don't think the flowers help in possessing her. I think it might make the ghost more jealous, maybe, but I don't think the flowers would actually possess her. The ghost communicates through letters, not flowers. Two different things.
I thought they'd make you feel better, brighten up the room. I don't need my intentions questioned. The thank you was enough.
And I didn't mean to insinuate anything. But you're right. Thank you, truly, for these.
She takes them from me then, careful not to crush the stems. There's still uncertainty on her face, which endears and annoys me in equal parts. But she does look lovely with them, the very picture of her something that should be immortalized in pain. They should be for Mother, but it doesn't matter
Why
anymore.
don't we turn in for the night? You must be exhausted with all that gardening.
What does that woman care for flowers? I didn't get any sleep, not a single wink. I was so busy jumping in every shadow and worrying about waking with a knife in my chest. Or not waking at all, even when Hannah wakes in spite of a mild fever and goes downstairs for breakfast. I stay in bed, thoughts of poisoned food running in my head. The rain that has started somewhere during the night doesn't help with the mood. Okay, maybe it helps just a little. Strange sunny weather has been nice and all, but for it to return as it should be, it feels like a good sign of things to come. Perhaps things will settle back to normal and the crazy drama that's gone on lately will be dying down. I would hate to be caught unawares when there's rain. When Helen looks outside, it seems that the weather is making up for all the sunny days it's given us with a good old-fashioned downpour. There's the pitter-patter of the rain fills the early morning silence with a steady beat. Thank goodness I don't have anywhere to be in a hurry. Have to be anywhere in a hurry today. I'd hate to be caught unawares in this rain. When I looks outside, it seems the weather is making up for all the sunny days it has given us with a good old-fashioned... This is not literally the same sentence twice. You're wearing some supernatural shoes. I would not let anything go by. It does let up within the quarter of an hour, however. A day beginning with a cloudburst like this. Locals usually take this as an immediate sign. Luxburn's abyssal weather is back, likely for good. I hope they did a damn good job of fixing this place because I'd rather not have to deal with leaky roofs. I like the idea that reveals you that the horror patched up with the place. Well, Hannah technically paid millions for this place. It better live up to the price the realty company sold it for. Problems aside, she's going to be a definite downer about this as well. She hates the rain, and again, who actually does? What sane person would like it when 9 out of 10 days consist of nothing but dark, drab, grey skies and piss water pouring down from the heavens? The doobie trying to put a number 4 such a big number on her face on the Steam surveys. You're so right. You are so correct about that. And she was just starting to enjoy the sunlight. I'll have to get up about eventually, that's a given, but I'm not so keen on seeing her talking to Hannah before she leaves for the hospital. Or eventually, in a few days' time, the bloody house. Kylie won't like it if she comes here, only to find me in a bad mood. Be with her to rouse me from bed, being able to keep their jobs is incentive enough. I just realized that now is not a good time to force me into anything. Maybe I could just get an hour or two of sleep before Suarez drops his brat off for the mentioned steps. If only, but as always, somebody has to be a buzzkill.
Are you really going to stay in bed all day?
What do you want?
You must have been really rattled by what happened yesterday. If you need to talk about it, I am quite qualified in that regard.
And you aren't even the slightest bit bothered? Truly? Not even the slightest bit worried?
I was worried. But I realized that it's not my life in danger, is it? My worrying will not help matters. Neither will yours.
I loathe him to admit it, he's right. Still, it's more frustrating when he doesn't give me time to concede his point.
I know you two aren't getting along.
Nosy bugger.
But you should at least see the madam off before we leave. Think of her as a business associate if you must. It would not do to part on bad terms.
It's far too early to deal with your nosiness.
That's none of his business, none of it. If he remembers his place, he'll drop it. I don't want to talk to Hannah, not now when I'm so high-strung and paranoid. This whole thing is a bloody mess with everything going off at once. I'm afraid that with her troubles I will misinterpret anything she might say or do. That just make the whole thing worse.
Are there any updates about the woman?
Being in the dark has me on edge. Information any at all may very well help me in calming down.
I've already briefed security about her, and more from the agency will be arriving tonight. But they haven't seen anyone fitting the description.
So you have nothing then? Fat lot of use you guys are. What do I even pay you for? Do me a favor. There's the door. Don't let it hit you on your way out.
Well, there is something. It's about McCulloch.
You won't blame me if I show the tiniest bit of interest. She's still not done with the house, and she's a nice enough woman. Let's go back to sleep or gone.
I called her secretary about taking the day off. He hasn't heard from her over the weekend.
She's probably passed out after enjoying a pint or 2 or 10 in a bar somewhere.
If only she had a pint or 2, but no, she's starving and being dehydrated in your basement.
She's an adult. It was the weekend. She's allowed to disappear and not think about work. Fuck. I wish I was passed out after a night of drinking. He does know that mobiles are a thing.
That's all well and good, but she's not answering her mobile either. Mr. Parker will be filling a missing persons case with the police if she doesn't turn up today.
Certainly someone must know where she is. Tabs are kept without fail and people will come to work with me. Background checks and constant surveillance until they finish their contracts with their rights. Some would say that it's all a bit over the top, but I can't be too safe. Too many want me dead.
What about one of ours? Has anyone seen her? She's pretty hard to miss with how tall the woman is.
The last anyone has seen of her was here. the morning of the party.
Oops.
Your housewarming party.
That isn't good news.
It wouldn't do for the police to hear of this and to suspect.
It is of little importance that it is. I don't think this sentence. I don't think this sentence is grammatically correct. It's of little importance that I can easily prove my innocence. It's all a matter of principle. Because even the accusations of a misdemeanor should not stain my reputation. Although maybe it's a bit too late to hope for a squeaky clean one. Besides, it'll be a hassle to have the police poking about the house looking for a body that doesn't exist.
Now, if we're done here, I'd like to go back to sleep and...
She's nice enough woman. Ah, yes, I know, right? He is just so, he is gross to everyone. He is gross to everyone, but especially women. I don't like it. Oh no, not the child. Well, there goes any plans of grabbing some shut-eye, rolling over on my stomach. I can only scream into my pillow.
Of course. Ah. Johans, distract her.
Oh, look, it's time for me to go. Have fun with your little play date. So long, farewell, and auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.
No, Johans, don't you turn away from me. Keep her busy for an hour. Come on.
As I press my face against the pillow once more to suppress a groan, you just can't get loyal help anymore.
Hello there, little Fraulein. Your uncle is just upstairs and will be down in a moment. He is super excited to have you today. I hope you're
Please don't take that out.
And ready to
Finally, you two together with the child. It's so cute. No. If everyone gets taken out of context here, I'm sorry. It just has to happen that way.
Bastard. I'll be down in a sec, Munchkin. Let me just...
Change into a fresh shirt, brush my teeth, fix my hair, but what my very existence wish I was anywhere else in the world right now. Don't get me wrong, Callie is a great kid, wonderful, better than most brats her age. But holding a what? I am so scared of this game throwing out another slur that I have to Google it first. Okay, it just means the child. Atsaic is the last thing I want on my agenda right now with this whole henna business. Fortunately, I am well versed in how the world works. I've long learned that the show must go on no matter what hurdles come in my way. So instead of preparing for the day, running comb through my hair is just that fine. It simply makes me feel more human. But hair is disgusting, though it isn't as bad now as it was when I was a child. With how expensive a trip to the barber's was, I often had to grow it out until mother had time to cut it for me. The curls and tangles were simply horrid. Why I was even mistaken as a little girl because of that, it certainly doesn't help that I was named Lucille. A freshly pressed shirt is enough to twist away the last signs of sleepiness. The feel of crisp and clean cloth in my hands is a clear marker to the start of the day. Smoothing down my suit and my hair with a sigh, I still myself for the horrors. The horrors that come with taking care of a child.
Good morning to you, Luke.
There it is. There's the child for you. Also, I have to make it fair. I do it for everyone. Thanks, I already hate it. Speak of the devil and she shall appear. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, Callie grins up at me as soon as I open the bedroom door. She swings the backpack she's clutching and hitting my leg in a show of impatience and looking entirely unapologetic for it.
Did you just wake up? Don't tell me you forgot. It's our playdate today.
I doubt I'd forget. Callie visits are frequent enough thing that they found a way into my schedule. There's supposed to be visits for her godmother. But we can't pick who child gets along with, so as long as I'm not busy, her father can drop her off here for the day. Which is all well and good for me if it makes Suarez focus on work I've given him. Besides, she's a bright child, tolerable, kids got a good head on her shoulders and can get pretty mature for her age at times. Of course, they have to thank me for that. My parents could take partial credit, but Hannah and I have been there for this kid since she was just a small babe. Well, I can still remember the first time I saw her. It was during her baptism. Oh, I can still remember the first time I saw her. It was during her baptism. The only reason I was there was to accompany Hannah, who was to be renamed her godmother. She was such a tiny thing, not even a year old, as well in her mother's arms and white cloth. It was the first time I really saw an infant up close enough to hold one at least. It would have been terrifying to be given a little child to carry through after the whole water ceremony. I've never done so before that, to hold a tiny life in my arms. I could have just dropped her on my head in this old psych before we would have stopped existing then and there. But the child just smiled at me, babbling nonsensical words as children do, and clinging to me even as I tried to hand her off to Hannah. She had thought it hilarious and adorable. My suit had been a mess and I was nearly an anxious wreck by the time I'd handed her back to her mother. Yet it was pleasant too.
Of course I didn't, you little rugrat. I just had to take care of something before you arrived.
Really? Well, I guess that's fine. As long as you told me for work like last time.
As you get past how disjointed the descriptions feel to Luke mentally, it really does. Like, they adjust the dialogue to their personalities pretty alright, but like the inner monologue is all just the same. Actually, I have to say, I don't think that's an issue just for Luke. I feel like that's for most characters. Like for Ashton, I also feel it was pretty disjointed from how he talks a lot of the time. Big whiplash, yeah.
Really? Now why don't we go back down and have breakfast in the parlor?
I already ate at home! Papa made one of his tortillas de patatas! He wouldn't let me leave until I finished every bite.
Did this Hispanic child just pronounce tortilla like tortilla? Really? Really?
I already ate at home! Papa made one of his tortillas de patatas!
He did pronounce it tortilla. That is hilarious to me. This game is so bad with accents. Could they really not have hired someone Hispanic to say this? Like, come on. Come on. I don't speak Spanish and even I know that that is horribly wrong. I expected this was the same for everyone, just what were they thinking? Listen, just don't question it. You're only gonna find more questions and more problems. I heard Spanish. ¿Qué pasó? Please someone in this be French. I want to get laugh. I don't think there's anyone in French. Like, we have Irish people, we have Scottish people, we have everything else, like in Europe. I heard Spanish. Hey Cricky, what do you think of this pronunciation of this Hispanic child of the word tortilla de patatas?
I already ate at home! Papa made one of his tortillas de patatas! He wouldn't let me leave until I finished every bite.
Isn't that such a good Hispanic pronunciation? This game was great. The source influenced tortilla de patatas. Those things are a hazard. You can probably use all that bludgeon someone into submission with how huge they are. It's a miracle Kylie can still be so energetic. Oh hell no. This will begin racism. Every other nationality is here. I had trouble staying awake the first time I had one. Speaking of staying awake...
Well, I need some coffee in me at the very least. But if you'd like, you can jump straight to dessert.
Yes! Dessert, please!
It's easy enough to manage Kylie for the promise of sweets, thankfully. The hard part is managing her before she gets the sweets, because I nearly have a heart attack when the kid races down the stairs. Just the thought of her slipping and breaking her neck is enough to make me rush down after her.
Oh, slow down! The food isn't going anywhere.
The food is going somewhere. In my tummy.
Jesus fucking Christ. Children.
With a shake of my head, I usher Kylie towards the parlor and order a maid to bring food for us. With her breakfast there is along with a cup of coffee and ice cream for Kylie. I can't leave the kid alone for too long unless I want her to get her turned unless I want to let her turn the other room into a slaughter ground. What? To my expectations, I've only left Kylie alone for a few minutes, but she's already made herself comfortable. Stuff from her backpack has been left scattered across the room, from coloring books to crayons to toys. I am not going to comment on the cultural elephant in the room. I'm just not going to. This will equip to me as herself in no trouble, though I could certainly breathe a little easier if she won't bring her doll along every time she visits. There's the SARS. The SARS is a creepy little bugger. It doesn't help, but Kyle left her during one. Finding a thing at the bottom of the stairs staring up at me at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning is a memory that won't be leaving me anytime soon. Even now it stares at me from where I'm seated. I'm wholly tempted to just throw the whole thing into the fireplace and banish it from where it came. I could buy her a prettier doll, a better toy. I would break it and find a way to get rid of it. If it wasn't from Hannah and only if Kylie isn't so attached to it. I think it's some antique doll she found for the brat's 6th birthday of one of a kind. My darling Hannah loves her so. Kylie does try to be a good goddaughter, but she just can't keep her interest long with the wife. It's not something that Hannah does wrong on her part. She does try very hard. It's just that she doesn't quite know how to really handle children. She'd never been around other children when she was young. We were surrounded by protective adults who catered to her every whim and worried for her safety every minute. When she isn't able to keep up with Kylie, her first instinct is to be strict. It puts rules on the child treat her if she's made of spun glass, like every movement might break her. I at least have some idea of being around street kids. I know the games they play, how they think. I don't scrap the skin's needs or parts of childhood. Even with how I grew up, I had to be a child and not some sheltered heiress. With Kylie, as behaved as she can be, with her toys and her books and her art, she has to use up all her energy somehow. To run around the playground and make a mess in the mud or even just fake wrestle for a short while. Let her be the child she wants, I'll say. If it becomes too much, just bribe her with sweets or ship her back to her papa, problem solved. What uncle mentality. To be to expect the worst things from a child, she feels very anime, but not more annoying than the standard annoying anime child you do not understand. She is being tame for now, but in like other characters' POV, she was so annoying. Like she was constantly singing like, I don't know, London Bridge and being like, wow. Oh, also she's friends with the ghost and lets her possess her sometimes, so you know that's a thing that I should probably mention. That's probably important. Unfortunately, Hannah isn't quite up for those sorts of things most of the time. Thinking it'll spoil the child, it turns the whole playdate awkward every time. The last scene left, I plucked one of her coloring books from the table to see it filled with dinosaurs. Not exactly what I expect to see for a little girl, but it doesn't hurt anyone. She wants to play with dolls and cars, or dolls with their cars. What do I care? She wants to put dolls to do some model cars even.
Oh, this is a new one. The last one you had was filled with horses, wasn't it?
Those were ponies, Tio. They're much cuter than horses. But we went to a dinosaur zoo, and it was awesome! Dinosaurs are my favorite!
I have no idea what that is, but it must be something. I'm only familiar with the T-Rex myself.
Yeah! They found, fossils of its claws! They're really long! They think the whole theory might be a bazillion meters tall! Even bigger than a T-Rex! Cisa says it'll be big enough to eat all my classmates.
She only laughs as I scrunch up my nose and grimace.
Takako says you're making a really funny face!
Oh, Takako is the ghost, by the way.
Taka who?
Takako who?
Takako, a friend I made.
I have to stop and look around, expecting one of the hell to be there. The child does have its way of befriending just about anyone as long as she puts her mind to it. Yet two of us are completely alone. Thankfully, she only finds my disturbed look funny as another grown-up expression. That might be a whole lot more problematic than whether she plays with dolls or cars, though. But the thought of Sisa giving Kylie ideas are one of those ideas being massacred by dinosaur. Something I probably need to bring up with her father aside from work. But beyond murderous dinosaurs, creepy dolls, and imaginary friends, I find no trouble with Kylie. She's as energetic and precautious as any tiger age can be. She's an age so she could get comfy and settled in after getting her sweets. Is the ghost doing bad things when she possesses the child? Yes. I mean, yeah, she threatens, she threatened both Zachary and Rebecca. I think, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure. We took it to her waffles as soon as the food is brought in. Oh, that looks so good. Oh no, I'm so hungry. I love ice cream and I love waffles. Oh no. Her waffles because she wanted her own plate to go with the ice cream as soon as she saw mine. A fresh plate of berries is brought in as well, which goes really great with the rest of this feast, as Kylie puts it. As I indulge in the sweetness, I have a cup of black coffee to pair it off with. When her belly's full, Kylie goes pretentious, just scribbling on a scrap of paper and calmly chatting about her week. She talks about her older brother Rowan and their parents and how they plan to go to the blocks in Berkshire for the winter holidays. She talks about Miss Pink. Miss Pink is Rebecca, by the way. She's a teacher. I have to shift my legs to become comfortable once more. Oh, I was like, so for 1 second, I thought of this as him getting horny over it. And I was like, what the fuck? Don't not around a child, but no, I remember why now. It's because I made Rebecca kick him in the nuts. Because again, Rebecca is Kylie's, the child's, like not her teacher, but she's a teacher at her school, and she knows her. And Luke was being really weird with the child when she saw them in public, being like, if you keep behaving like this, I'm going to sell you. And so she kicked him in the nuts. It was beautiful. It was great. It was awesome. It made me instantly feel so much better about Luke's existence, because having him kicked in the nuts is everything he deserves and more. So yeah, that. It's really hard to explore the possibility of peace is still an option, but this one looks grimmer and grimmer by the minute. Yeah, I don't think this is one of those games where peace is an option, not gonna lie. I really don't think it is. But yeah, that's why he's smelling it in his nuts. The little brat is going to defend her favorite academic as well. No one has yet offered proper apology, as she wishes to give one on her behalf, all diplomatic like I taught her. She's talking to a sad man in the park. Oh, that's Zachary, by the way. And her new friends who likes to play and hide and seek when she's not sitting in the loo. When finally she finds nothing new to talk about, she goes back to her drawings. That'll change as soon as her stomach settles, of course, the calm before the storm. Because behaved as she is right now, I can feel the curiosity radiating off her. There's a restless buzzing under her skin and a question on the tip of her tongue, as they often are with children her age. But as for now, I can take this piece with no complaint for however long it stays. I have fun with the crayons as well at the child's insistence, even though I can't really draw. With Kylie using the black crayons, that leaves me with the blue ones. I absentmindedly start to draw a puppy at the best of my abilities. It's as I attempt to give the doodle dog another eye that Kylie breaks her silence.
Tio? Where did Tia go? I saw them leave when I got here.
Oh, that's a difficult question.
Tia didn't look so good.
I've been explaining a lot of different questions. The kid's always a bunch of them ready for me, but I can only sigh when she poses this particular one.
She's just going to the doctor's for a checkup.
And as kids go, there are follow-up
And
questions.
you didn't go with her?
Well, you were going to be here, sweetie, so I had to stay behind.
So she's all alone? At the hospital?
Oh, no, of course not. Tia has Johannes and her maid and a guard. She's got plenty of company.
Yeah, but you're not with her.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say the kid is trying to make me feel guilty, though I don't know if the bitter taste in my mouth is that or something else entirely. I really don't have the time to process what the emotion is that as the brat opens her mouth again.
You should have gone with her to the hospital. Hospitals are scary, you know.
Exactly why I didn't go. I don't like hospitals, Kylie. That's all there is to it.
So you're not angry at Tia?
Why would I be angry at her? It isn't her fault she got sick.
I heard you and Tia are fighting. I heard that you might not be together anymore.
Who told it to the child? I have to stop her there. Sure, it's easy for people to jump to conclusion and presume we might be fighting, no thanks to Rochelle. But it's not common knowledge that things have actually gone sour, and to put it in her words, that we might not be together anymore.
Oh, well, where did you hear this from?
I heard it from a nice maid lady. But that's still no excuse. Not when she's sick. She needs someone to hold her hand and bring her soup and make her drink medicine.
I'm livid that one of my employees might gossip and to a child of all people. What's this such upsetting things to a child? Okay, true though, this is the one time I agree with him. When my anger dies out, when Kylie starts to tear up, she holds it back in an effort to not seem so childish, I assume. I'm honestly confused as to why the news would hurt her so.
Oh, no. Look, Kylie, there's no need to cry.
I'm not going to cry.
Are you sure? You've got no reason to cry. Even if Hana and I won't be together anymore, you can still visit me and I can still visit you.
That's not the problem. Why don't you and Tia love each other anymore?
I still love her, Munchkin, and I'd like to think your Tia still does too.
Isn't that the truth? I love her and I'm a total shyness showing it. And a small part of me screams that I was not worthy to be your husband in the first place, no matter how hard I deny it. Perhaps in another time, another place, another me, I would have confessed that the whole world is nothing compared to her.
Oh, why are you two fighting? You grown-ups are so stupid sometimes.
Why? Because I'm a brat, probably. Motioning for her to come closer, I wrap my arms around and rub her back in an attempt to comfort the child. Only when I feel her tears choke through my jacket that I realize there might be something else to her worries. I've heard Suarez is not getting along too well with his wife as of late because of how busy he is with work. Really, I was wholly tempted to just brush off her questioning and say that it's a grown-up thing. I could content myself with pretending that this isn't happening. But it seems like she needs to hear this. And it makes it more painful to try and explain this because I have to explain it not only for Kylie but also for myself.
Sometimes people fall out of love, or they think they've fallen out of love and need time apart.
I don't like Luke being actually reasonable. Maybe that's why I don't like the child. It makes Luke seem like a reasonable person, relatively. Like, stop doing things in an actually reasonable way. Stop explaining this in a way to a child that is actually, like, decent. Go back to being cartoonishly sucky. Like, stop being competent.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. They might be angry at each other, or they might feel sad. They need time for themselves to think about each other, to know if there is still love.
Stop trying, game, I know, right? They want to make Luke sympathetic so bad. They want to make us sympathetic towards Luke so bad, but it's not working. It's not working. Just because a guy is decent with children does not forget literally everything else. Like, they are trying so hard, but it's not succeeding.
Maybe they'll be back together again. Or maybe it's better for both of them to move on. Instead of staying together and hurting each other, pretending they still love each other.
There's nothing final, but here we are, at a crossroad where wrong step might end up in heartbreak. Hannah thinks we need some time apart, but we aren't just done just yet.
But yes, grown-ups can be rather stupid.
You're still gonna be my friend, no matter what, Teal?
Of course, my life would be less exciting without a little brat like you running around and making a mess of it. And you better stay my friend, even when I get all old and wrinkly.
This would be maybe one of the biggest redemption arcs in history. No, he's not being redeemed. He is not being redeemed. Like, it definitely makes him seem less like a cartoon character and more like an actual character, but it's not doing anything for redemption. Like, it adds humanity to the character. It makes him seem like an actual person rather than just a trope, but that's literally all it does. That's all it does. When he says the truth, he sounds sarcastic as hell. He really does. He really does. It doesn't make him more likable at all. Kylie's shoulders shake in laughter. She pulls away and gives me a guilty grin.
You're already old! But don't worry. When you die, I'll burn you and put you in a jar so I can keep you forever! Just like they did with Abuelo!
My thoughts come to a grinding halt at her words, yet she goes on as if she hasn't said just an odd... Wow, why am I sucking at reading today? My thoughts come to a grinding halt at her words, yet she goes on as if she hasn't just said such an odd thing. Why, it almost seems like the tyke is looking forward to my funeral. As if there's no confused expression on my face, she pulls me back to her drawings, commenting on the state of my weird dog. Okay, creepy child, I know, right? She is deceptive.
I think your puppy would look better magenta.
You know what? I'm gonna save and color here. I think this is a decent enough place. My reading is starting to mess up. You already read quite a bit, yeah. Like that's definitely the drawback of putting 2 reading streams together, but I think it's still the best combination I could make. So, alright. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Yeah, there's definitely something new to do it in this kind of format, but I think it's decent. Like the reason I put these 2 streams specifically together, even though they're both like reading games, is like one. I think if you like one, well, they're definitely not exactly the same, but like if you like visual novels, you're more likely to come back for another visual novel than anything else. And also, like, these are both games that I would never stream for like more than 3.5 hours. Like, I have some games where I will go for like 6. So putting them in a schedule like this where I have to make time for the other one wouldn't really work. But for these games, these are both games where I'm like, okay, here's that 3 hours. I'm like, yeah, this was good. This is good enough. So that's why these 2 games are a decent pairing. That's probably why I'm here. That plan works on me. Yeah, exactly. Like if people come for one and they hear, oh, there will be another one in like half an hour, they might come back. So that's good. Thanks for streaming. Hope the new schedule suits you. I mean, I'm only just testing it out, so I don't know fully if I'm satisfied with it yet, but I definitely don't think this is a bad combination so far. So yeah. Alright, thank you for watching, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Wednesday is no longer my break day. I will now be streaming Zero Escape. Yippee! Bringing back Zero Escape. Specifically second Zero Escape game. Or well, I guess technically the first game if you consider the Nonary game like one game, but it's 2 games. I'm playing Virtue's Last Reward. Yay! Why are you? Oh, I know why you're crying. It's because I made you tortured last time I played Zero Escape. Can't believe I almost forgot about the 9-hour stream. Omnitron, you wouldn't know, you weren't here. But let's just say that for a game called 9 people, 9 hours, 9 doors or something, I sure made the 9 hours part be true. That's a good one. That was a silly one. Teehee. And I forced Craigie to stay with me all throughout. It sounds healthy. It was really not. The 9-hour stream that left me with Zero Escape. Yeah, no, that was genuinely not healthy. Like it was 6 in the morning and I was so gone. Like all I had to do for a puzzle was spell password, and I was doing that. I was like going full focus mode. I was pulling out the pen and paper. I was doing that, and all I had to do was spell password, and I could not realize because I was so far gone. I would not have realized if Craigie was not in my chat being like, you just have to spell password. You just have to spell password. Good one. I feel that. Probably won't be here since I plan to play that one day. That's fair. I completely understand. I do that as well. But yeah, I have only played the first Zero Escape game so far, but it's good. I like it a lot. That's why I'm coming back for the second one. Though hopefully it will have a better freaking love interest this time. Oh, I hate June so much. June is the worst thing ever. Like, I'm not gonna spoil anything about it for you because again, you said you wanted to play it someday. But just be warned that the protagonist of that game is very like horny anime protagonist, and the main like love interest girl is just absolutely terrible. I hate her so much. She feels like the most helpless maiden trope ever created. It's terrible. And the amount of freaking inappropriate comments that the main character makes towards her that she just doesn't pick up on is just, oh my god. It's not good. But I know that the second game has a different cast, so hopefully the character dynamics will be a little bit better. Yeah, I hope so. But yeah, that's the plans for tomorrow. Oh yeah. B, what? What? Why are you saying B? What? Maybe I'll stay on games with good romance then. Yeah, maybe. I was playing Kingdom Hearts and Ace's fucking voice actor jump scared me. No. Okay, I was not gonna do this today because Mavis wasn't here, and I was like, I should spare this for Mavis when Mavis is here. But the thing I was preparing before stream is I have the same thing but with Ashton's voice actor, because Ashton's voice actor also voices a character I really like, and I realized it way too late, but now that I heard it, I cannot unhear it. And I was like, should I show this to stream? So because I know none of y'all have played this game, so should I show y'all the character so you know what I'm going through? Like, I'm really considering it, but I don't know, maybe. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can show it. Hold on, give me a second. I wasn't gonna do this, but now you forced my hand. You made it too easy too. Alright, give me open my browser. Show it. Alright, give me a second. Okay, so this is from my favorite game, which is Master Detective Archives Raincoat. Yes, it's Danganronpa, but not Danganronpa. Yes. This scene is like minor spoilers. It's not actual spoilers. It's just, you know, it's how do I put it? It's like it's a character introduction. Literally the only thing you're being spoiled on is the character. It's not pure spoilers. It's not anything bad, don't worry. It's just such an anime project to me. They really tried to make him cool. No, they didn't try to make him cool. If you think they might try to make him cool, you should have seen his freaking loser ass. Like, he literally confessed that he was emo AF in high school, and also his ringtone is like the most cringy rap ever. Like, I think it's like, I don't remember what exactly it is, but it's like something along the lines of, yo, Ashton's ringtone, I'm such a cool and fly guy. Like, it's terrible. It's really bad. It's not good. Alright, let me see if I can. Da-da-da. Oh no, I know I have two browsers with the same name. I'm not gonna be able to find it. Hold up. Give me a second, sorry that it's taking a second, but I'm being very careful to not accidentally like dox myself. This game is great, by the way. Also, let me close the letter because it's blaring music in my ear. There we go. Let me mute my BGM. Alright, we're just gonna watch a scene from this game so you can understand. There we go. This is from YouTube channel. Samuel, yes, this is what we're watching. We're watching it on YouTube, yes. You'll see the character. You'll know immediately what character it is I'm talking about once you open this big fat mouth.
No.
Can you hear this? I hope you can hear this.
Something is heading this way at an alarming speed.
Once you hear this character, you'll understand why I cannot unhear
it. Where is that coming from? No. What are you doing here?
Who are you?
You dare speak so carelessly? Who do you think I am?
The hero who defends peace and order in Kanai Ward. Director of the Amaterasu Peacekeepers. The Honorable Yomi Hellsmile.
I love Yomi so much. He's so good. He's so terrible, but so good. Yomi would shine in this game.
Peacekeeper's
Yomi would fit
director?
into the letter so perfectly.
So he
like,
is the head of the
you don't
peacekeepers.
understand.
Now you know, small fry. Bow down.
Also, this name is diabolical, but all the names in this game are terrible.
What are you doing here?
No need to be alarmed. Benevolent Director Yomi is here to help. Oh, excuse me for the late introduction. I am Vice Director of the Peacekeepers.
Like I said, all the names in this game are terrible. I'm just gonna skip over its introduction. Sorry, you're not relevant right here, right now.
She's my beloved right hand. No one else gets to have her.
What's with him?
She does not use lightning, no.
Be careful.
That's fucking crazy.
It's dangerous.
No, really, his name is Yomi Hellsmile. I wonder if he's a villain.
I've never seen anyone emit such a dangerous aura before.
What? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
So, what brings you here?
Oh, right. I was so focused on my beloved right hand that I completely forgot.
As mentioned earlier, Director Yomi is here to help. I hear
I need to stream this game. I need to stream this game so bad. I've already played it, but now I won't ever play it just for stream.
Huh?
Director Yomi.
Don't question why this guy talks with a microphone. Don't worry about it.
Why am I?
We have discovered you've been receiving sizable.
Let me skip over this part just a little bit. Here we go.
Mission. We now know why.
Blah blah your lore, blah blah lore, blah blah lore, blah blah
I
lore.
did this under your orders.
Did you say something? Because I didn't hear a thing. I only did this because you ordered me to. Seth, you make me sad. I'm the hero and defender of peace in this city. My peacekeepers are proud soldiers of that mission. And yet, you let yourself be corrupted. How could you? Seth, for the sake of the peacekeepers and the peace of Kanai Ward, die.
Taking advantage of your position as a peacekeeper.
Alright, that's as much as we're gonna watch because you know that's enough to get to know the character. But yeah, no, that character Yomi, he has the same voice actor as Ashton, and I realized it really late. But once I did, I could not unhear it. Like every time Ashton talks about like being a defender of justice, I just cannot unhear. I just cannot unsee. I cannot unsee. That's just listen. I was eating it and I started laughing at my beloved's right hand line. No, it's just I do not even know how where to start in explaining how ridiculously funny of a character Yomi is. He is absolutely batshit crazy. I love it. It's great. Love that character. Probably one of my favorite villains just because of how stupid it is. And the voice acting is really good. So when I hear that and then I hear Ashton talk, I'm just like, where did they go wrong? This voice actor is really capable. Where did they go wrong with Ashton? It just confuses me. It just confuses me. I don't know. So yeah, that's a little bit I wanted to show off just because you know, I could not unsee it while playing this game, and now you all have to suffer the knowledge as well. But yeah, alright, I'm gonna leave it there, I think. Thanks for the lore. I want to stream that game, but also me replaying a story game would not be very interesting. Sad face. Oh, I was like, what the fuck is behind me? But it's my cat scratching at my room door. That's just funny. No, that if you think that's funny, you haven't seen half of it. You have not seen half of it. But yeah, I'm gonna stop here for now before I spoil a game that I think people should play and that I should not be spoiling for people. But yeah, bye bye folks, bye bye.